Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me a lot, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward. The battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a slice, extra mozzarella. Crew fly, leg guy propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame, ever blinking the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the. Wise grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd without fear. Got the homie Carter presents in the building.
That actually hurt. That was a little bit too strong for me.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Almost hurt a fucking eardrum.
Whew, let me. Sorry, I was just hype. I'm sorry, y'all. Welcome, welcome everyone to the 174th issue of the Blerd Cave. This is the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse. What is up, my peoples? All right. We got a lot to talk about today, Carter. We got a lot to talk about. So, not only that, we also got a giveaway. I'm not going to do it just yet. We're going to wait a little bit. Yeah. We already have our winner pick. Carter and I have already ran the numbers. We hit the button that says draw winner.
we also laughed. I'm gonna wait till we get to that point. It's gonna be some hurt feelings. I'm gonna laugh though.
Oh yeah, no, it's. All I'm gonna say is God is good. God is good.
And yes, you all. I see. Gabriel Knight asked. Yes, I am technically back home, even though last issue I was actually back home. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm back in LA. That was pretty much a stealth mission, just me in and out. Boom, boom. Going back to Memphis. I didn't get to do a whole lot of what I wanted to, but I did a lot of what I didn't plan on doing, which is always good. There was a gas station excursion, if that's what you want to call it.
Yes, man.
That let me know I still got it. So, but yes, just to answer your question, yes, I'm back in LA right now. I hope everyone is doing well. It was really good just to see how giddy you all got, just to have Ernie and I in the same room. I was really happy just to see how giddy and excited and just acting a straight fool that you all were, just to see us side to side. Some people thought that our camera quality and shit was just that good that we was actually still separate until they realized I'm spinning in your goddamn room, and they realize, oh shit, they together. So
it's like, oh, hold the phone. What's going on?
And I will say, like, one of the things I did have to get used to when I got back home, especially when I pulled up to Ernie's place, when we were having that little car trouble, I had to get back used to Southern heat.
Oh yeah.
Because if you all go back and you watch that show, like I had on a Henley. I just had the sleeves pulled up, and that wasn't helping shit. So
oh damn.
I was a tad bit warm, and I had to get back used to that Southern heat again. But all in all, I had a blast. I was happy you all enjoyed it, and you all had a blast too. But now I'm back in LA already, trying to put things together to go back home and figure out why this shit has me so digitized like I am in the Matrix. And
oh wait, it has you digitized right now?
Home, yeah, I'm digitized as hell right now. Let me see if I cut this off if it does anything. But I'm already in the works to go back home permanently, and then that could be a steady thing you all see. Because Ernie said something to me with the future of the Blerd Cave, I think will be really, really dope, and I think you all would dig it too. So it's got me even more excited to come back home. So yeah, that is the current thing right now.
All right, look. Well. Speaking of reunions, I think that's a good segue, Carter, for our first topic. It's a good segue. Because, man, I feel like that... Okay, so for clarification, because I want to make sure folks understand where I'm coming from when I say what I say. This was the news that I don't think anybody was absolutely positively expecting. And I guess shit. You know what? I probably should do this while we're actually sitting here. For those that don't know what we're talking about here, we're talking about the announcement of Deadpool 3. Bringing back Wolverine. But just before we really get into that, one thing I do want to do real quick, I want to give shouts out to the homie Jamal Simmons for the 34 months. God damn. Says, congratulations on the 71K subscribers, Blerd and Carter. We appreciate you, pimp. Thank you for that. We also got the homie Extra with the 26 months. Says, hey, congrats on 71K on the way to a Billy. Man, we trying, man. We really are. And we also got the homie Jay Keno with the 28 months. God damn. Says, congrats on 5 years, and I'm here for the next 5. Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for that. And like I said, I'm in this motherfucker till the wheels fall off. Okay.
Question.
Yes, go ahead.
Did YouTube send you one of those fucking plaques? Don't they have to send you plaques for like, what is it? 10,000?
Okay, so they used to do it. Okay, so YouTube used to do it. For like when you hit like 50. Like you hit like 10 and you hit like 25 and then 50, but they stopped doing it because more people started doing it. So now you don't get your first plaque till you hit 100K. That's when you get a plaque now. You get a plaque at 100K, and you get I think you get another one at like, was it 200? No, you get another plaque, I think at 500.
Yeah.
And you get another at 1 million and another when you hit like 2 billion. Or not why did I say 2 billion? We hit 1 million and then when you hit like 2 million. Okay. I don't know what they get. If you get 2 billion, you just at 2 billion at that point.
And thank you, here to you, for reminding me why it is a terrible idea to move back home to do the Blerd Cave or Ernie, because then I couldn't mute him for $19.99. So I'm gonna stay in LA. That's what we're gonna do.
Look, he gonna have to cover his ears. He gonna be like, la, 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 la. He gonna bring noise canceling headphones to every show. We got Levester the Samurai with the $2 super chat. Says, congrats on 5 years. Catch a show later on. Hey, we appreciate you, man. Hey, look, go do what you got to do. We also got the homie Gabriel. Look, Lord, goddamn it, look.
What's wrong with y'all this morning?
Y'all are wilding this morning. Jesus Christ.
We got Blerd Clubs. We got extras with the 26 months. Blerd Club Silver. Yeah. Hey, congrats on the 71K. We got Jay Keno.
I already read that one.
I'm tripping off of Jesse's old list.
The row. Yeah.
That's the whole row. You got extra. You got Jay Keno. You got Jamal Simmons. And then it's just Gabriel Knight, Levester the Samurai, Legion, now fucking Jonathan Moda. Like, y'all wilding today.
Yeah, y'all look. So, y'all must got paid. Y'all must got paid or something. Jesus Christ. What are you doing? Man, Gabriel Knight with the $49.99 says, dropping this early because I'm running errands. Congratulations to today's winner. Hey, we appreciate you, pimp. Thank you. Dude, throwing it 49 like that. Take this shit. We got Legion with the $1.99 says, we need John Bernthal as Cosmic Ghost Rider in the MCU. I mean, he funny. He is funny. Look, there you go. That I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be upset with it. But you know Ryan Reynolds is probably gonna fight for that one too.
I hope not.
You know he is.
To have his John Bernthal's new little show pulled up. I was watching before the cave started because of where it is in LA is where I used to be all the time. So Cosmic Ghost Rider. I don't know if he could do well. Maybe.
Well, you know, I tell you what, to be that crazy. Be that crazy, yeah. That I mean, because here's the thing: John Bernthal could be crazy. He could be crazy. He could be wild. The question is, could he be wild and funny, and be taken seriously all at the same time? Yeah. But that said, we got Big Money Moda in here, just coming in, just slapping everybody with the $100, just like. Look, I just like every time I see John the Moda come in hot like this, I'm like I see it. I just imagine him coming in and slapping folks with a $100 bill, just like get them motherfucking likes up. Says congratulations, looking forward to the years to come. We appreciate you, pimp. And also, by the way, just want to make sure that I say this for everyone's edification. y'all wouldn't be getting this PS5 giveaway if it wasn't for Jonathan Moda. So y'all put some respect on Jonathan. Now remember, like he said a few weeks ago, don't go trying to follow him thinking he gonna give y'all a PS5.
Hit me up or hit Ernie up. I want to know how many people did that shit anyway. Like, nah, he just saying that so it looks right for the Blerd Cave. Let me go slide this way real quick.
It's like, nah.
People actually hit you up, bro.
Look, you know they probably been like a 50, 1,100 million folks. Yo, man, can we get that? Can you get me the hookup? Nah, man, y'all leave that man alone. This man got shit to do, man. Leave him alone. We also got the Lolly House with the $2 super chat. I misread, sorry, because I was looking at something else. He said Ernie and Carter, 100 years. Dude, can we do it?
Absolutely not. I'm being in better shape, like Chuck Norris, in the mountains somewhere, like Yellowstone, like Kevin Costner, with a pretty white woman by my side, my white Nubian queen right next to me. That's what
you would be like that, brother. I'm gonna get you, sucker. You be like, was it Cliff?
Oh shit!
Was it Clarence Williams III? Was that was who? Was that who that was? Yeah, it was Clarence Williams III.
Yeah, but I was just playing, y'all. I promise I was just playing. I was just playing. 10 seasons and a movie. You know what would be fire? I want to speak this into existence.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how we would do this show as seasons. That'd be hilarious because I don't think we would ever take days off because we like getting paid. But the movie aspect, it would be fun if you saw Ernie and I in like a I don't know, like maybe a milestone joint. You know?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Maybe a bitter root.
I mean, look,
even if we just extras or something.
I mean, I'm just saying. Look, I just want to point out something, y'all. What Carter trying to tell y'all is this is gonna be him in 100 years. This is gonna be him.
Hey, with the amount of Caucasian persuasion I saw at the Purple Diamond for that bachelor party.
Oh yeah.
Hey, pull that picture back up. Hold
on.
Hey, let me tell you something right now. Okay, with the amount of white women I saw, that very well could be me. That very well.
Look, this man got the Wakanda Forevers up. He got the Wakanda Forevers up.
I was close. I was at the precipice. I'm not lying to you.
Oh my God. Anyway, Philip Clark with the 30 months. So what's good, fellas at work, but wanted to say congrats on 5 years. We appreciate you, pimp. Thank you for that. We also got Vampire Hunter Greg says congrats, Blerd. So are you excited for Shin Kamen Rider and Kamen Rider Black Sun? Yes, I am. Because, well, for one, I always feel like, so for clarification, the Shin Kamen Rider that's coming out is going to be, I guess, like a somewhat, I guess, I don't know how exactly they're going to pull this off. They're going to pull it off somewhere, but taking like the OG Kamen Rider and bringing it to today. They technically have tried to do this before when they made Kamen Rider, I think it was called Kamen Rider the First or something like that, and they made a sequel to it. Those movies, your mileage is going to vary. But they're doing it again with Shin Kamen Rider. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember who exactly. I think it might actually be the same, Hideaki Anno, the same guy that did Shin Godzilla. And if his Shin Godzilla is anything to go by, Carter, have you ever seen Shin Godzilla?
Yes, it was disgusting.
Yeah, because Godzilla was not nice. But he opened his mouth up real wide and let off that blood.
It wasn't even that. It was when at the end, because one of my buddies I used to work with, he was a real diehard fan of those Japanese Godzilla movies, and he would show me like the art books for it and shit like that, and how that Godzilla's tail had like people or some kind of creatures growing out of it. And he kept that Godzilla was fucking gross.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, and I want to also make sure people also don't get it confused. The new Shin Kamen Rider is also not to be confused with the original Shin Kamen Rider, because for those that are, y'all may not know this. I don't know. I feel like this is one of those things that is just it's a lost relic of time. But the Shin Kamen Rider I'm talking about is this Shin Kamen Rider that actually has like the look of the original OG Showa era Kamen Rider. And then there was also another Shin Kamen Rider that came out, but it was more of a horror movie. It's a Kamen Rider and does actually exist in Kamen Rider canon, but yeah, not that. I'm talking about this one. I'm talking about that one. But yes, but in Kamen Rider Black Sun, also very much excited for that. Actually, I kind of forgot that Kamen Rider Black Sun was even coming out till you just said something. But that is something I'm definitely looking forward to. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Kamen Rider Black Sun is supposed to be. I think that's the one that's basically like it's a remake or like a retelling of the original Kamen Rider Black, which is also and I think that one's gonna be on Amazon. I think that was gonna be on Amazon Prime. So yeah, I'll actually see that one. I have to find a way to figure out how I'm gonna watch Shin Kamen Rider. We also got the homie Gamora Skipper with the $5 super chat. Says just a little offering to the plate to show my appreciation for the work you do. We appreciate you, brothers. Grats on 5 years, man. Thank you for that. Let's see here. Oh, and this one. Oh shit, we got a repeat. Oh, we got a repeat. Hey, well, thank you again. No, we got a it had repeat. Vampire Hunter Greg's came through twice.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. We appreciate you. We also got MP Sensei with the 1999 in the super chat. Says you guys are awesome and a big inspiration. Ernie, sing it! Carter, hit it! Oh, I love it. Dude, we also got the homie Dark Main Exit here with the 24 months. Says, honestly, I would have wanted them to recast Wolverine. Wasn't particularly a fan of how they wrote Jackman's portrayal, but I get how popular he is. And that is actually something that, I guess is also a good segue to get us back on track. But, so let me do this too. I want to bring this down just a touch, because there you go. Okay. Ooh, no. Yeah, just a hair more. There we go. Actually, I'll bring that down. That
While you're
help.
doing that,
I'm good.
let me. Okay, cool. I was going to say, just a real quick shout out. This is just very impromptu, but the reason I was actually back in Memphis, was for one of my good friends' wedding. So, shout out to my boy Bishop and his lovely wife, Pikachu Lita. I think a lot of you might know who that sister is. So yeah, that boy just moved up in the world. So.
Look, he gonna get invited to more BET and Source Awards related shit.
Oh yeah, I'm still salty that I could have went to the BET Awards after party and he just didn't hit me up. I'm still kind of salty about that.
Yeah,
but yeah, congrats to you all's wedding. It was very Memphis.
That's a nice way of saying it was mad niggerish.
It had its moments, but that's what made it special. That's what made it lovely. That's what made me want to come home, because I miss that, dude. It was, but yeah, shout out to Bishop and Katie for real. While you all are enjoying your honeymoon in Aruba right now,
bruh. But no, so. To get back into what we were talking about here, so the announcement, it was basically Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman basically being very, I will say, probably the most excited and happiest of of grown men. Like that, if that makes any sense, like it was just a simple announcement. It just came out, it dropped. It was like in the middle of the day. It wasn't even like it was anything particularly crazy going on. It was just like, nah, dude, I'm gonna just drop this thing. It was very casual. I would play it, except it has music in it that I'm pretty sure will get me strike. So, and I'm just
you get punched on top of the head, Donkey Kong style. You try to play that.
Yeah. Well, and not even just that one. They did a second one. They did a second one that had Wham. Yeah. Which I was like, no, not gonna get me. But no, the thing is with all of this is basically Ryan Reynolds has announced Deadpool 3 is going to be... well, I mean, we knew it was going to be a thing, but not only is it going to be a thing, they are bringing back the only cinematic Wolverine that we've ever had in Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is coming back to reprise his role as Wolverine. Now, here's the thing. Yes, I want to go ahead and make sure we say this just to be clear. Okay. Yes, this Deadpool movie, Deadpool 3, is going to take place in the MCU. Not only is it going to take place in the MCU, but yes, Hugh Jackman's version of Wolverine, and the way that they worded this seemed very specific, because the question was asked, how will this affect Logan? Does this retcon the Logan movie? And if you somehow lived under a rock and didn't know that this was the thing, yes, the Logan movie was like it was basically the death of Wolverine. This was the sunsetting of Hugh Jackman playing the character of Wolverine in what I feel was, for a lot of fans, a long-awaited rated R feature. Which, honestly, that movie's not rated R for the reasons people think it is. Movie is rated R for language, not so much violence. Even though there is violence, there's violence in the movie, but yeah, it's not rated R. It's more rated R for the language that's used in the movie as opposed to the violence itself. But yeah, basically, so was it Logan takes place, what, 2029?
Yeah.
This movie is going to be before that. It's going to take place beforehand. It's not going to have anything to do with the Logan film. And honestly, I guess, let's go ahead and put this out here, Carter, because I've seen a lot of different takes. I've seen a lot of my personal friends, and I've also seen a lot of you all in the chat, and I've seen various sundry people elsewhere say that while there are some people who are absolutely happy for Hugh Jackman to be the Wolverine of the MCU, but I've also seen that there's some people who aren't happy. There's some people who don't want him back as Wolverine, or there's even people who are like, hey, it's cool that he's back, but I kind of wish that it would have I wish that it was somebody else. Like, how do you, before I give my thoughts on it, Carter, how do you feel about it?
I dig it because this is one of those instances, Ernie, where my memory is actually really good. And I remember when people begged for Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds' iteration of Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine to interact, just because of how Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are like besties outside of the films. People have been clamoring for this for a minute. So now that we're actually getting it, just to see people just kind of switch up real quick, it's sad to see, and plus the fact that they had to come out and say Logan is still the end of everything. I thought that would have been common sense if this was a Deadpool movie. Obviously, they're just not going to drag old ass Logan from that film into a goofy ass Deadpool movie. Absolutely not. So that part kind of irked me a little bit, just to see people's responses and reactions to that. And plus, my whole thing was, why is everyone acting like this means Hugh Jackman is coming back for the foreseeable future to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we acting like that? He can come and do one more. You know what I mean? And plus, a lot of people were upset because, well, this is taking place before Logan. Well, we saw how old he was in that movie, so he could have been doing some shit before we got to that point. Plus, look at Black Widow. We've done period piece movies before that take place before shit in other movies. So
yeah,
I didn't realize why. I didn't understand. Well, not I didn't realize, but I didn't understand.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. People got mad about that too. I said, let's not sit here and pretend like they didn't get mad about that too.
They did get mad about it, but my thing was, this isn't the first time this happened.
No, Captain Marvel took place in the 90s.
Okay, I need to watch that fucking movie at some point.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I would tell you, you've gone this long without seeing it.
No, because I said no, because somebody in the Discord, they would tell it, because I was having a conversation with someone, and I told them how I hadn't seen Captain Marvel, I hadn't seen Laugh with Batista Volume 2, and I hadn't seen Man of Steel. That was the first Blu-ray I bought, and I have never finished that movie because it puts me to sleep.
That's fair. It is a dull movie.
There have only been 2 films that have ever put me down for the count. I wish I still had it, because you know how hard it is for me to fucking sleep now. If all I had to do was put on Man of Steel and get knocked the fuck out, I'd be cool. But Man of Steel and Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, those are the only 2 movies that have ever knocked me out, and I cannot stay up. But back to the original point.
Yes.
I'm excited for it. I know how you feel about Deadpool. And because of how you feel about those films, I will agree with you on the first one. The second Deadpool movie, I can still watch.
No, that's been my stance.
See, you never specified. You always said
I have.
Those movies were more so the humor in them.
Yeah, no, the first one, yes.
Okay.
First one, yes. The first one is literally just them cursing just as curse.
Yeah.
Like, it was, every time they cursed, it was literally them trying to earn that rated R.
Yeah.
And, like, because I've even said this before, I've let my kid watch Deadpool 2. I'd never let her watch Deadpool 1.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, because Deadpool 2 actually, by comparison, I mean, outside of the whole, like, thing with Juggernaut at the end, and there's a couple of other little random jokes I feel like kind of, like, a little bit out there, but, like, from a overall, like, perspective, yeah. I think Deadpool 2 is actually way more tame than Deadpool 1.
Yeah. Deadpool 2 was the more solid movie, but yeah. So, me, honestly, I'm excited to see this movie just to see how they interact with each other. I'm 100% certain, and you all can save this. You all can clip it, however you want to do it. I think this will be this will be the last one he did, because I think this is more for the fans. Because the fans have wanted to see this for the longest. But my thing is, the reason I say that is because so many people are like, well, they need to recast him. They need to recast him. I'm pretty sure this is the only one he's going to do. So you're still going to get whatever Wolverine that Kevin Feige or whoever decides to bring down the pipeline.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be expecting Hugh Jackman to do anything after this. This is for everybody that wanted this.
I will disagree only in one aspect.
Okay.
I don't think this will be the last time you'll see him as Wolverine.
What do you think, Secret Wars?
Possibly, maybe. Depending on how they decide to go with it, because, like, the way that they could adapt Secret Wars, it could just as easily as it could be an adaptation of Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, which we've already kind of gotten hints and things of that nature that it's not gonna be. It could just as easily be more of an adaptation of Marvel's superheroes Secret Wars from 1984. And even that, it could just as easily be a mixture of the two things, and just as easily not have shit to do with any of them. So, yeah, I think you could potentially, like, honestly, I feel like it's all going to be in an effort to finally put a Wolverine committed to celluloid that looks like this. Like it's all in an effort.
Who made that? Because that's been all over Twitter. Who made
I have no
that
idea, but don't be shocked if you actually see promotional art for the movie that isn't that dissimilar. But no, I personally think that I'm in agreement that while I am actually not the hugest fan of Hugh Jackman's portrayal as Wolverine, it's one of those things. I think as far as tone, I think and acting, yes, I think he does a really good job. As far as look, I don't think he looks like Wolverine, or at least height wise, I feel like he's way too tall to be Wolverine. And I'm not just saying that to be like a shitty comic book fan. I'm not saying he's got to be 5'3", but he definitely don't need to be like 6 foot something. I feel like he works. I feel like Wolverine works better as not being so tall. Like, I think, how tall is Hugh Jackman? Hugh Jackman's what? He's like 6'1", 2", something like that.
That would be funny if he and I were the same height.
He is 6'3".
Okay, so he's taller than me.
Yeah, he is 6'3". Like, I'm not saying he's got to be 5'3". He ain't got to cut a whole foot off the dude. I'm just saying. I think
Vern Troy or Logan.
But no, I feel like if he was like just an average person's height, like if he was 5'7", 5'8", I'd be fine with that. I think that would be perfectly fine. But no, like, because the whole thing of Wolverine being like short, I think gets overplayed. I think that in and of itself gets way too overplayed. Like here, I would actually say, like, 'cause here, this is actually an image I found that always makes me giggle. But let's see if I can actually pull this up. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, like right here. So, like Wolverine, like, yeah, like, and even here, it's like, yeah, 5'3". He's a little bit short of the Black Widow. What?
Just knowing that Rocket Raccoon can square up with him.
Oh yeah, no, Rocket Raccoon get his face, be like, man, get out my. It's like, man, get up.
You know what it reminds me of? Like, go back to that picture real quick.
Mm.
You remember that scene in Bad Boys 1 when Martin Lawrence was getting in John Sally's face?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he looking up at John Sally, like, bottom line, like, I can look at Rocket Raccoon looking at Logan, like, bottom line, I will knock you the fuck out.
I can see it. I can easily see that shit.
Oh,
I can easily see that shit.
Dude,
I mean,
Rocket can real deal square up with Logan, bro.
Yeah, no, he can. He most certainly can. But no, I do think that my personal preference, I would rather have somebody new play Wolverine in MCU going forward, and I think that will be the case. I don't think Hugh Jackman is in it for the long haul. I think this is literally just a moment to give the fans what they want. They want to see Wolverine and Deadpool in the same movie at the same time, and while, yes, they could have done this without bringing Hugh Jackman back, I feel like it's better for them to bring Hugh Jackman back for this, because this would basically pay off all the jokes about Deadpool versus Wolverine in the first two movies. All the fanfare that was given to that, they can pay it off and then move on. And then going on from there, I'd be perfectly fine with them completely, treating this as though it's another Earth, like it's another parallel Earth. It's some multiverse shenanigans. I would be, because honestly, I feel like Deadpool is not going to be or maybe he will be. I feel like in some ways he's not going to be a part of the MCU in the way that people want him to be a part of the MCU. I think, yeah, he'll be a part of the main thing, but I feel like he's going to do a lot of jumping around. Like, he'll just be wherever it's convenient for him to be because the plot dictates that he needs to be in that place. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he's going to be in that place because they already, and I don't want to say this because I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but Do you think it's already? Do you think it's because they already kind of have their Deadpool right now in She-Hulk?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Okay, you know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah,
right?
no, I know what you mean. Yeah, like someone who breaks the fourth wall. No, I think that's I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like they'll have room for more than one.
Yeah.
And I've even kind of made the comment before that I wouldn't be surprised if Deadpool is probably the person she's talking to sometimes when she is breaking the fourth wall. Because the Jessica Gao did actually say she is talking to someone. Like she's not just talking to the audience. There is someone on the other side who she's speaking to.
Talk to the son of Hulk.
Maybe. I mean, you never know. She might look. She might be talking to him both figuratively and literally. Shit. Very soon. But no. Yeah, I personally. I would be perfectly okay if this is it. If this is it, or if he came back for Secret Wars, cool. That's great. I think you could really do whatever the fuck you want with Secret Wars at that point.
I will absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, you do whatever the fuck you want, because I mean, if you've never read 2015's Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars,
I think you need to honestly say that shit again, so when people come out with their complaints, again, you can do whatever the fuck you want at Secret Wars.
Because dude, Secret Wars was wild. Secret Wars was out of pocket. There was all kind of crazy shit going on in that goddamn book. I think, honestly, while I like the comic, I think it's a good story. Honestly, I think the reason why most people even talk about it as favorably as they do is because of how crazy it is. I don't think a lot of people's like positive criticisms of Secret Wars have shit to do with how good the writing is. Most people only really talk about how wild it is, how different everything is. Which is not bad, but yeah.
I never actually thought about it like that, but you are absolutely right. When people talk about 2015 Secret Wars, they talk about the tie-ins, because those tie-ins were nuts.
Oh yeah, dude, it was crazy. Because what was it? You had the Thor. What was it? The Thor Corps?
No, Thors
or the Thors. Yeah, because it was like they were. That's right. It was the Carol Corps, and then you had the Thors. Yeah, the Mighty Thors or whatever. That shit was wild. It made no fucking sense. It literally made no here. I'm just gonna pull up, and this is like a cover. This is a cover for Secret Wars, and just to look at this cover. The cover is wild. Because at first glance, dude, you look at the cover, you're like, dude, this looks like normal. No, it ain't. Look at all these different versions of characters. Why are you lying to yourself? Look at it. You got, I think was that Agent? I think they had Agent Carter, Sharon Carter, Captain America. Yeah.
Shit, what was that? One of my favorite ones was Planet Hulk, and it was literally everybody was a Hulk. Steve Rogers included. Everybody was a Hulk.
And for those of y'all, because for those of you who are listening to this on Spotify when it goes up later, there's an actual, in the very top of the shot, there's a Black Panther that's literally an actual black fucking panther. Look, you can do whatever you want. Like, you remember how people used to say, man, I don't know if folks could jive with a talking raccoon and a walking, talking tree.
Go read Secret Wars. You got Ben Grimm as a whole ass wall.
Yeah, it wasn't. Wait, didn't he was literally holding back what was essentially The Walking Dead?
It was Venom's. No. No, it was The Walking Dead that had somehow merged with Ultron.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Somehow merged with Brood.
That was fucking stupid. Like, honestly, look, here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff in Secret Wars that's dumb as hell.
But it's so fun.
But Jonathan Hickman and not just Jonathan Hickman, because obviously other people wrote the tie-ins, but like some of that shit, I was just like, bruh. Like, a lot of it made not one lick of. But here, I'll say this: if for no other reason, I want this. I want to see.
It was really, really good, man.
Dude, it was too good. That book was better than it had any fucking right to be. It had no right to be as good as.
I remember someone had posted online the covers to Thor's, but they had that Cops theme music playing in the background, and it was so good.
Bruh. And you know the sad thing is, whenever I read, whenever I go back and not even just read, just go back and look at that book.
Yeah.
I hear that song in my head. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Oh my goodness.
Bad boys. or actually, can we just bad Thors, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? That's what I want. I want that. Can we have that? Please and thank you. Anyway, I mean, getting back to the whole Deadpool shit, and the Wolverine stuff. Honestly, it'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. Now someone actually went in and started trying to figure, because I think was it the first little teaser announcement, whatever that they did. They had the or not the first one, the second one, because they were actually talking about what was going to be. Because the first one, Hugh Jackman just walked by in the background, was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll be in it." You are muted.
I didn't even know that was him until Ryan said Hugh, and then I put two and two together, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be dope."
Yeah, but like they released the second one, like I said earlier, now kind of reiterating how it was gonna work, and then they started playing the Wham music and covering all that up, talking about the details. Someone actually apparently went in and lip read what they were saying.
Of course they did.
Someone actually went in and did a lip reading, which, to be fair, they even said that it could be inaccurate, but basically what they said was that they said about roughly what it looked like. They basically said, "I'm not going to say where and how, but I absolutely will confirm my intention and determination to be a lucky son of a bitch who puts or no, wait, this is actually something else." No, but they were saying like there was going to be a bunch of explosions, people stabbing each other, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. But
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just so we can give people an idea of just how just another reason of why you should go read those Secret Wars tie-ins. I pulled up Siege because that was one of my favorite ones. And what we have here is Abigail Brand getting backshotted by Kang the Conqueror, who is also teaming up with America Chavez, Kate Bishop from the Neil Gaiman Marvel 1602, and Leonardo da Vinci. Fighting Ant-Man zombies.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing though. Like it shouldn't make sense, okay? It shouldn't make a lick of fucking sense. Yet somehow it does. I can't stress enough. Hell, honestly, and here's the thing. Just the idea that Dr. Doom has basically taken Reed's wife and Sharon's, raising him as his own, knowing good and hell well that ain't his family.
If you think about it, would you ever let a motherfucker that hates your guts and you all have gone toe to toe on the regular, would you let him name your baby?
Man, right? I mean, I'm just saying, but it just look. My thing is, and here's not even.
Here you say, why is Da Vinci there? Why is Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine?
Exactly. There you go. That is. These are the questions people should be asking. Oh, but here let's go back because I want to go back. I want to make sure we don't miss anything here because I know we got some stuff back here. We got one from let's see here. This is one from Jonathan Stewart here with the $5 super chat. Says congrats on 5 years. You guys make these dialysis treatments go by like a breeze. David Tennant, Purple Man, and Secret Wars, yay or nay? I mean, hey, I love David Tennant. So, and honestly, if we bringing anybody back from the Netflix shows, if you ain't bringing back David Tennant, what are you doing? Because that man literally, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Jessica Jones, first season of Jessica Jones was great, but a lot of that, was on his back. Oh yeah, that was on his back.
The one constant thing I have always heard about that show. That's why they said that, like, some people were spoilers for that very old show. That's why a lot of people were salty that he died, but they understood it because from a acting standpoint, he put that shit on his back. So now when the second season came around, now everyone else has to do their part now to show that it wasn't just the David Tennant joint.
That dude, like I said, that was a hard carry. That was a hard carry. Like, look, like, like this dude literally is yelling right now in this man's ear. Because he's like, I'm carrying this shit. Oh. He's like, man, he's like, go back to, no, actually here, go back to Power Rangers RPM.
You are low down. You're so green.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
You're so foul. That brother grow, man.
Let me, yeah, for those like, once again, this is only for the folks who are here watching live on YouTube or watching the VOD. Look, he's like, wait, oh, let me pull this back up. He's like,
holy
let me see
shit.
if I can actually pull this back up here.
Oh, that's so green.
Oh, let me see if I gone away from it. Let me go back to it. Hold up. Let me see if I can find. Here it is. He's like, it's morphin'. He's like, it is not morphin' time. But no, the thing is, I put up a picture of Eka Darville, who, for those who don't know, he was the Red Ranger. What was his character's name? Scott Truman. Scott Truman on Power Rangers RPM.
Because he is a true man.
You ain't shit, you know that. Look, but no, y'all don't believe me? That's him right here, same dude. The same dude, Eka Darville, same dude.
You gotta take that down. You gotta take that down.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, man. Hey, good luck with the dialysis treatments, man. Take care, Jonathan Stewart. We appreciate you, pimp. Jay Keno with the $5 says, "Listen, just because I got paid don't mean y'all need to be pocket watching." Hey, look, man. We just trying to make sure y'all all right out here. We just trying to make sure you okay, man. Look, yeah, we want you to take care of yourselves too. Let's see, we also got one from Lawrence Ward with the $5. Says, I need Deadpool to wash the taste of She-Hulk and Love and Thunder out my mouth. Too much Disney. I mean, yeah. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And it's the wrong opinion. You know. I'm just gonna put that out here and just go give it the. There you go. But let's see here. We have got T1000 with the $2. Says congrats on 5 years. Thank you. Out here, y'all out here, y'all here, y'all taking care of your boy out here, man. We just out here just trying to do the right thing. But now, yeah, and I think, yeah, technically, I meant to actually have this up, but honestly, yeah, we've already talked about this part. Was returning for Logan. We pretty much already took care of that. So I feel like we can actually move on to the next thing. Real quick, I want to talk about this just because I want to go ahead and get it out of the way. There's not really a whole heap of a lot I want to talk about regarding. Well, actually, no. Yeah, this is actually more of a nice segue here. Let's talk about the next thing. Is the Blade reboot really in trouble? Those who don't know, the news broke out over the. I think it was like over the past like few days that the director, the director for the Blade film, has left the they've exited the production of the movie. Bassam Tariq has officially dropped out of the project. And then there were rumors going around that Kevin Feige is said to be spread too thin because of all the various and sundry projects. But here's the thing. A lot of this stuff is coming from the rumor mill. Now, the Bassam Tariq thing is real. He did exit. He did drop out. They have cited that there have been some creative differences between Bassam Tariq and... or not even creative differences. I think the word was actually production. It was production, like because the production kept getting jumped around, Bassam Tariq had to exit because he had other obligations. So he had to leave. And then people have been saying Mahershala Ali has been frustrated with the movies constantly production being jumped around and and all this other stuff, and there's a lot of stuff going on there. Some of it's true, maybe true, possibly true, could be true, maybe. I don't know. But the thing is, here's what I can tell you. Some people have cited that the reason that Mahershala Ali is upset with the film is because the script is weak. Said it's weak. It's weak tea. It's weak tea, supposedly. Says that there's the same person who dropped all the little rumors about Kevin Feige being spread too thin and all this other stuff. They also said that their exact words were, "I'm told that the current Blade script is roughly 90 pages and features exactly 2 lackluster action sequences," which seems not on brand for what you would probably expect if you wanted to get a Blade movie off the ground. Now, supposedly the script that was currently in has been thrown out. It's also stated that by the same person that Beau DeMayo, who is a writer for The Witcher, X-Men, the X-Men 97 revival, as well as the Disney Plus Moon Knight series, is supposedly coming in to work on the script and get it up to snuff. Whether that helps or is true or means anything is a whole other story. Here's the thing, though. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Blade is the first movie that this has happened. A lot of people are freaking out saying that, oh, this is the first time Marvel's had trouble with a movie of this magnitude. It's actually not true. They have actually had this issue before. And they actually had it, Joss Whedon, in regards to future Avengers films after Age of Ultron. They also had issues of this magnitude during Age of Ultron, with script rewrites and things being thrown out and frustrations being high between a director and the studio. We also saw this with the first Ant-Man movie, when Edgar Wright was still on board. That was the thing. People act like they forgot about how troubled that production was, and it still turned out what I feel was actually a good movie. Was it the greatest movie on earth? Was it like the most connected movie in the MCU? No. But I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that because it wasn't as good as the first Avengers movie that it was terrible. It was a comedy. That's what it was. That's what Marvel did. But yeah, this isn't news or anything. And honestly, this is also part of the reason why Marvel doesn't like to announce actors before they've really gotten anything going. Because stuff like this happens. Actors get frustrated because things aren't moving forward. They have other obligations. Mahershala Ali, busy guy. Guy's an Oscar award-winning actor, Carter. Man's got stuff to do. He's got Green Book movies to appearances and stuff. Take care of him. Look at this man. Look at him. He's busy. This man is in demand. Let this man go do other shit. I personally, if it got to the point, do I think it'll get to the point where Mahershala Ali will get frustrated enough to leave the film? Maybe. I don't know. Would that hurt the film? Nah, not really. He's not the only black actor in Hollywood. I mean, not trying to be dismissive, but it's not an untrue statement. Would I hate it if he left? Yes, I would. I would be sad. But I would get over it eventually. Like I do all things. Carter, what do you think about this?
Honestly, we don't even really know what's true and what's not.
Exactly.
Because I see people in the chat, and I've seen them say it. I've seen different people post online, and word on the street is script is this. Word on the street is this actor is this. Here's the thing with that. The word on the street is not the word on the street. The word on the street nowadays is some clickbait shit somebody knew would get them on their website. One of you all actually tagged me in something on Twitter because another comic YouTube channel it was a blatantly very clickbaity fucking title to get people to watch their stuff. And then when you watch it, you realize they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about, or they were talking about something completely different. They just did that to bring you in. Prime example, just so you all have an idea of where I go with this. There's this Call of Duty dude. He used to be a player. His name was Censor. He has been talking all week, and I've seen this on Twitter. That's why I know about it. But he was talking all week about how he was going to expose these cheaters, these that are really big Twitch content creators. And yesterday was going to be the day that he did the expose on everybody. And then you find out when you go to the stream, he was trolling people. And he was actually trying to propose to the girl that he said he was going to expose, and then just kill the stream because he had gotten the viewership he needed. He got the subs that he needed. He got all the likes and everything that he needed. So he didn't need people anymore. So he just fucking bounced. That's what this is. We don't know what's going on that.
This is a we got this covered bullshit.
You see what I'm saying? And now I think honestly, if I wish we could have a face to a name, because then we would know to ignore it. If this was Ernie's favorite lady,
Grace Randall,
she who must not be named. Then we would know to ignore it. But because we don't have that face to this story,
we do. We do actually. We do. It's Jeff Snyder, guy who's he's an entertainment journalist on the Ankler. I've never heard of them before, so till today. So
again, some bitch that wants clicks on his platform. Let me say this, and because of the way social media is now, because of the way people are now, unfortunately, if one person says it, and then that person will believe it, then they'll retweet it, then they'll retweet it, then they'll retweet it, then they'll retweet it. Then it'll be known as the gospel when it couldn't be anything further from what's really going on. So honestly, I don't give a fuck until we have concrete. If we have something concrete, I will be more than happy to talk to Ernie about it, to talk to you all about it. But honestly, I don't really have anything to say about it because we don't know what's true and what's not BS. Honestly.
Well, that's kind of my point too. Is that like no one knows what Mahershala Ali really thinks. You heard something from somewhere, some secondhand info. You ever play the game of telephone as a kid? How what was it? And to quote a contentious wrestler right now, CM Punk recently said this, and I stand by this statement. A lie makes its way around the world 2 times before the truth gets up in the morning and puts its shoes on. And that is the truth. It is. And that's why I love that saying. That's why I love that saying. Because it's true. The truth is slow to get out. Like right now, people are throwing this stuff out. It's spreading like wildfire because, well, for one, it's what people would consider hot news. It's also controversy, and it spreads like wildfire. And then eventually the truth will come out. We'll probably learn that, oh, no, actually Mahershala Ali wasn't frustrated with the script. He was just frustrated that the movie's production date got pushed back. That's what we'll probably figure out. And and maybe not that. He was probably frustrated because of something else that was going on. It's like that has nothing to do with Blade at all.
He could have been ready to shoot a scene and hit his toe on the way out the trailer. And that turned into he don't like being on the set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And plus we have to realize, and you and I have said this before, when it comes to other content creators and stuff like that, negativity is going to go a hell of a lot further than positivity.
Yes.
We need, well, not you and I, but
right.
people as a whole, we need to know it's some drama somewhere, some bullshit going on, so that we can have something to talk about and we can just, you know what I'm saying? So,
well, it also makes people feel better about their own, whatever their current situation is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is the first I've heard when you say that people are saying that like Kevin Feige is spread too thin and this, that, and third. Here's the thing, y'all. This is where you all's common sense has to come into the equation here. This is not his first rodeo. This man been doing this for some years now. He got some years in the game. This ain't a motherfucker that's coming fresh out of college and getting put in the pros. Okay,
no.
So like, come on, y'all. Y'all got to be smarter than that. Y'all got to be smarter.
Like honestly, I think all of it's bullshit. I think it's all bullshit.
And look at let's go back. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Yep. We didn't know what was concrete. We didn't know what wasn't BS. And then what happened? We got photos. We got some videos and shit like that. So now our eyes had something to look at. And sure as shit, you go see it in the theaters. Who do you see? Fucking Daredevil. Who do you see? Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. That was more concrete than, hey, let me tell you what I just heard. Fuck out of here. Who are you? So come on now, y'all. Come on now.
Yeah, like I said, it's stupid to me. I guess the other thing, and I guess I won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but I do want to talk about this real quick, is the most recent episode of She-Hulk. Real quick, I just want to talk about this because it actually is tangential to what we're talking about. Did you recognize, Carter, the Blade villain that was in this week's episode?
I did not.
Okay, so there was a character, and it's an obvious one. I just want to put that out there for anyone who's wondering. It's a very obvious one. So
let me go ahead and say right now, if it ain't Deacon Frost, if it ain't Dracula, if it ain't whatever that brother's name was in Blade 2, that was one of the Doctor Who's. I don't know Blade villains.
Wait, Blade 2? Who was Doctor Who?
The dude who whooped his ass at the end.
Come on, Nomak?
Yeah, I think Nomak was a Doctor Who, wasn't he? He was the one that was before Deadpool.
No, not Luke. Luke Goss? No, No, he was not a Doctor Who. Nah, trust me, that one I would be keenly aware of. Because my mother would have been watching a lot more Doctor Who if that was the case, because she has a huge crush on Luke Goss for some reason. She loved that white man. But no, I was talking about this brother right here, Saracen. Saracen, who shows up at the group meeting, is actually a character from the Blade comics. I believe it was Blade the Vampire Hunter #1. I think he's in the second and third issue, so I think it was volume 2, volume 3, I believe. But for those unfamiliar, yeah, he is actually a character from the comics. He's actually this cat right here.
Yuck.
yeah. He's only in 3 issues. He is only in 3 issues of Blade. But yeah, and he's never seen or heard from again. But yeah, when Blonsky was talking about, oh yeah, this dude, yeah, he thinks he's a vampire. Yeah, he actually is a vampire. He's actually the funny thing about Saracen, he's actually one of the oldest vampires in existence. Like, he's one of like the OG vampires, so it made it even funnier that he was there at a like trying to, like, in a group therapy session. But I will say this week's episode did actually have some really cool stuff in it. I thought it was awesome that they took a character like Porcupine. And they actually did him comics. They actually had Porcupine comics actor. This was damn near 1-to-1.
Good.
Damn near 1-to-1. Even Man Bull. I was like, oh man, and look, and I love they got an albino brother to come in and handle that.
Well,
Damn it, that's not Crondon. Leave him alone. But here's the thing. You know what, Carter? You know the one thing, and I actually brought this up on Twitter. You know the one thing no one was talking about?
what's that?
No one was talking about this cat right here. No one was talking about this cat. And I thought it was funny. Because you know how everybody was freaking out about Mr. Immortal? And they're like, oh man, Mr. Immortal, oh my god, they added another mutant to the MCU. Here's the thing, I also love how people just don't pay attention to when they do and do not add mutants to the MCU, because I think we've talked about this before about how, you know, folks were freaking out with Ms. Marvel when they were like, oh no, this is the first time they've ever brought up mutants in the MCU. That was the first time they ever pointed and said, see this right here? But see, all y'all motherfuckers that was shitting on Black Widow, y'all was shitting on Black Widow so much, y'all didn't even realize there was a whole Ursa Major arm wrestling Red Guardian. Granted, go ahead.
Two things. One, I was actually incorrect. You know who I kept thinking Nomak was in Blade 2?
Who?
I thought that was Christopher Eccleston. That's what I thought that Nomak was.
That man thought it was. He thought it was Malekith. He thought Blade got his ass beat by Malekith. Lord,
that's who I've always thought that was.
Yeah.
But second thing, what made me so happy when I see these just obnoxiously Z-list characters on She-Hulk is it gives me hope for DC that they start leaning into that aspect.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Catman in a DC movie now.
I mean, I do too. I do too. But no, I thought it was awesome though, because El Aguila is a mutant. He's a mutant in the comics. He's a deep cut character. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he is in fact a mutant. This is actually what he looks like in the comics. Not too far off from what he looks like on the. He actually got a little bit more of a glow up in the She-Hulk show.
In Mask Zorro before he got the all black suit. That's what that left side looked like. That's what that left side looked like.
Yeah.
Before Anthony Hopkins gave him the real Zorro costume, he had to throw some shit on, and that's what we got right now.
Look, he just came up out the cantina, and this is what he looked like.
That is actually nasty when you think about it. Anthony Hopkins, about as white as he want to be, was Zorro, bro.
Well, dude, that's like the Prince of Persia. You remember Prince of Persia? Jake Gyllenhaal?
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. And what was it? Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley was in that movie. It's supposed to be Persian.
No shit.
So remember we were talking about before about how white folks was freaking out about the Little Mermaid. Yeah, go back and look at the movies and then come back and tell me that y'all mad about some shit.
Man, I've said this several times. Tom Cruise was goddamn samurai. Get out of my face.
Exactly. Another thing, this is actually something I will say. I saw some people I know, and I'm not throwing shade at this. I think because I just kind of happened to see it while I was scrolling through TikTok. I know Fantastic Frankie, she didn't like this episode. She didn't like this episode at all because she said it felt like it just was off the rails. But the thing is, that's what the She-Hulk comics were like. Random and sundry Z-list characters would just show up for no reason and suss out a problem. And I thought it was pretty cool because, like, it actually showed that, some of these villains, maybe they aren't as bad as, you think they are. Maybe there's, because hell, what was it, like right here, like, you just see them all look at them, they're all just like, yeah, man, what's good? Look, Blonsky just looked annoyed more than anything. He's like, yes. Or actually, not even annoyed, he looked like, yeah, I did that shit. I brought all this together. This is my Thunderbolts. Actually, I saw somebody hit me up on Twitter and said, would it be funny if these were the villains they had to go against in the Thunderbolts? I said, nah. I said, these should be the Thunderbolts. This is a better Thunderbolts roster than the one we get. But no, I thought it was cool because they actually kind of, I don't know if this is going to stick, but they kind of redeemed Wrecker. One of the Wrecking Crew. Leader of the Wrecking Crew. For those who don't know, that for the one-to-one comparison right there. But yeah, they actually kind of slick redeemed him. He was like, dude talking about, oh yeah, man, I was dealing with a lot of emotional stuff. I had to let some of that baggage go. And it's like, yeah, they're trying to, like, I think it's funny that, like, basically what they're addressing is the fact that a lot of what She-Hulk's villain, her main villain is just toxicity. And villains are like getting their shit sorted out and being like, oh wow, you know what? We can actually get along. What I'm looking.
This is Marvel's Heroes in Crisis.
There you go. Yeah. Only we didn't have to make somebody kill everybody in the Marvel Comics universe to make it happen. There you go. There you go. Have at you. But what'd you think about the Josh turn? What'd you think about the Josh turn? Which I didn't think was much of a turn. I saw that shit coming. But
and I know you're gonna give me flack for this. I know some people are gonna give me flack for this, but that just goes back to all men are just pieces of shit. Point.
I mean, but to be fair though, that's kind of Hollywood, though. That's not just a She-Hulk thing. That's not even just a recent thing. Because whenever you have a male writer on, like, TV shows and movies, the women are usually trash characters. Like, go back and look at, like think about the characters, the way certain characters are written, like, on The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, so on and so forth. A lot of female characters on the show that people didn't like. Like, hell, Andrea on The Walking Dead was written terribly, and just at every turn she made terrible decisions, was a terrible person in general.
That one I have to take your word on because I didn't.
You never watch it. And what was it? And this one isn't so much the writing, but just the way the fans respond to it. I'll always go back to Skylar on Breaking Bad, that people hated her, but the thing is, she was actually not the bad guy. She was actually she did questionable things. Her
because they liked.
They like Walt,
and they wanted the bad guy. But she wasn't.
She did a couple of bad things. She did do some shitty things, but nowhere near as shitty as what Walt was doing. like she wasn't a criminal. She wasn't running a criminal empire. She was just trying to get some dick. that was all she was doing. She was trying to get some dick. But no, usually when men write the shows, the women are usually shitty. When women write the shows, it's usually the women, or rather the men are shitty. But the thing is, it's all about experience. People write what their experiences are, so they have. And to be fair, I mean, especially at this state in the game, being a person who was, or I haven't been in the dating field in quite some time because I've been happily locked up for some over a decade at this point. Hey, I'm good. I'm good with it.
I was gonna say, you married to a white woman. You can't say you've been locked up, bro.
Oh, my bad. I have been happily sequestered. I've been happily sequestered for over 10 years. But no, it's but the thing is, when I was in the dating field, a lot of the stuff that has been on this show, I have had happen to me and have done to others. I haven't stolen anyone's blood or anything like that, but I mean, I have gone on shitty dates.
Horrible person, Ernie. I'm sorry. That was the first thing my mind went to. Is Ernie, boy, why didn't told you about the Blerd cave lasting so long?
But see, here's the messed up part. The messed up part, see, it's reversed. I would be the one snapping the belt.
You ruined everything. You ruined everything.
Hey, man, look, hey, man, we don't kink shame here, man. BDSM is a thing.
Everybody gets to experience that shit on Monday Night Raw every week.
Right? But no, but no, but yeah, for me, like I said, a lot of the ghosting. I've ghosted women. Women have ghosted me. Shit, it's one of those things. It's a part of life. It's one of those things. Like, I don't think, and I feel like it's one of those situations where, and to quote my grandmother, who has long since left this earth, she used to always say to me, "A hit dog will holler." For those that don't understand what that means, that's very Southernism. It basically says it's something you typically hear when you complain about something and it hit a little close to home. You upset because you feel called out. But no, the thing is, I know for a fact, and I'm not just, and I will speak for you on this one, Carter, because you have literally told me things. We could easily have been some of them Tinder dates on She-Hulk. Easily. And you can't deny it after what you just told me about your recent trip here to Memphis. Thank you very much kindly.
Wait, whoa. First of all, that is not the same thing, I don't think.
No. But no, I'm not saying like, oh no, like, I'm saying like, we big ourselves up sometimes. Sometimes we hit and run. Sometimes we call back. Sometimes we ignore. Sometimes we look at that text and be like, "Oh yeah, she catching feelings, man. Let me get up out of here."
He is not saying I did that, by the way. We are just giving examples.
I'm just giving examples.
But I'm just to think about what you were talking about. Like,
yeah. See, he gets it now. But no, but now we know who the Hulk King is. we now know. But yeah. I don't know. I thought it was cool. It was a cool episode. And I'm pretty sure. I love how like people like. I feel like this is every week is Daredevil watch. Is every week is like everyone's like, hey man, Daredevil's gonna be on this week. It's like, nah, not this week. Not this week, pimp. Next week, maybe. I'm not gonna lie though. I would laugh if we got to the end and it just never happened. Because people been clamoring for it so much. It's like what if it's like the whole Sinbad was in a genie movie? What if it was like that, where everyone thought that Sinbad was like that Mandela effect? Yeah, they there's a weird shared memory. Everybody believes they have seen Sinbad in a genie movie.
In this chat, Carter St. Patrick out here ghosting. I didn't ghost.
Well, no, he didn't ghost.
Carter for the streets. Carter getting called out.
Yes.
I didn't lie. I just made the truth sound a little bit more prettier than it is. Okay?
Hey,
I'm mad that it took me a second to be like, what the fuck is he talking?
I was like, yeah. I'm about to say, yeah, Is She-Hulk wrong? How
many episodes are we at right now?
That was the 7th episode, so we have 2 more left.
2 more. Okay, so I think we'll see Daredevil in the next one. I don't think they'll save that for the last one. I think the last one, fingers crossed, is, and you might actually like vehemently disagree with me on this one, but I'm hoping we see more intelligentsia stuff as opposed to Hulk. I don't give a fuck about Hulk stuff right now.
No, I don't.
Since they've done the intelligentsia stuff, I want to see this now.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
big-headed fool at the end of She-Hulk.
I mean, here's my thing. Yes, I'm perfectly okay with if we don't go back to Hulk. I am perfectly fine with it.
The motherfucker said Carter equals Josh.
Bruh. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's move on to our next thing. We have there's another MCU property. Not this one won't be MCU property. We're actually talking about this. We'll talk about that after the fact because that was actually shorter. This actually want to spend a little more time on. Carter, did you hear about the recent update that we got on the next major X-Men story arc?
I did, and I'm surprised.
Really? Are you? Why are you surprised?
Because I feel like there are several. I'm surprised, but not in a positive way. Because the several different routes they could have gone, I did not. I gotta stop reading the chat for a second. I did not expect them to give us a whole Sinister event. I think that's dope, but I did not expect this.
Well, I mean,
we've gotten Inferno, we've gotten like the Hellfire Gala, we've gotten 10 Lives, 10 Deaths, and stuff like that. You know, the one thing that my mind was not going toward was, oh, they gonna give us a Sinister event?
Well, I mean, it's Kieran Gillen. Kieran Gillen's been setting this up, I believe. You know how much he loves Sinister. He loves that. He loves that motherfucker. But no, first off we got the announcement a ways back, like maybe it was a couple of months ago, maybe a little over a month ago, that the Sins of Sinister is going to be the next thing coming to the Marvel Comics universe. And then after that, or not after that, but was it a couple of days ago, we got this. Was welcome to an entire universe cursed by the Sins of Sinister. This has been described as something that is going to encompass the entire Marvel Comics universe, not just the X-Men. And not only that, it's also been heavily teased as an Age of Apocalypse style event. This is basically Mr. Sinister's version of the Age of Apocalypse. And what I think is funny about this, and this actually is something that I think a lot of people may or may not be excited about. I know a lot of people are really curious as to when the character of Rasputin was it Rasputin the Fourth or Rasputin 4, whatever it was called.
It was something like that.
Yeah, it was. Whenever you put a Roman numeral after something, it's either just a flat 4 or the whatever. Like, for instance, I am a third. So there you go. But yeah, so we know that a Rasputin, or a version of Rasputin, is going to be in this. You can actually see her depicted right here. Where my mouse is. For those who are listening on Spotify later, you just have to trust me. Just trust me on this one. And of course, we also see a different version. We see a version of Sinister as Captain America. This actually is confirmed to be a version of Mr. Sinister that is Captain America. And yeah, it's gonna be wild. And the thing is, this is all spinning out of Kieran Gillen's Immortal X-Men series. That's
what if it's that Captain America that came at the gold ball? I told y'all Steve Rogers is mutant, man.
This man. Anyway, moving along. But no, basically what for those who maybe you haven't been keeping up, there recently was the revelation in Immortal X-Men #1 that Sinister has a bunch of Moiras hemmed up in a lab in the basement somewhere, and he's basically using them to reboot the timeline whenever shit gets a little too hot for him. When people start to get too close to whatever it is that he's working on. And case in point, there's a part here where he talks about how, oh, I'm number 26. So basically, he basically to let you know, he has already done this, or he's already rebooted things like 25, 26 some odd times up to this point. And which is
actually really fucking huge that he's done that.
Yes, and he's done this without really anyone noticing except for Destiny. Destiny is the only one who knows what he has done. And she actually has convinced him to not reboot things this time. Like she's been able to say certain things that have gotten his attention, that have made him question whether or not he should or shouldn't. But we have seen in Kieran Gillen's Immortal X-Men, we have already seen some crazy potential futures. Some of them that are possible, some of them that aren't. We know one in particular. We kind of already have seen which way some of them are going to go. Like this is actually the timeline or whatever of everything that could potentially happen. There's a bunch of other stuff that pops up here and there. You can kind of already tell which direction we're already going because Judgment Day is going on currently. Everything else was a potential that led nowhere. With the only one that literally went anywhere being the one that led all the way to the Expanse. But, and not to be confused with the TV show or the book series that it is spawned from. But no, the Judgment Day one was the timeline that actually carried on. Of course, we saw a Phoenix-empowered Exodus. We saw Mr. Sinister have a ship that was quite literally covered in the flesh of hundreds of clones of Sebastian Shaw, so that it could absorb energy. It was
bread, no water, just meat.
That's it. Like, I mean, but it's crazy because like look at this right here. Like, look, that's a whole Exodus right there with Phoenix powers and a halo around his head. Like that man just has gone full dogma. But no, I think this is gonna be cool. We don't really know too much more beyond what we got, but I definitely think this has a lot to do with Kieran Gillen's Immortal X-Men. What we have seen that there are a lot of what Sinister's been plotting over the last little bit. We are going to get to see the fruits of that, and I think it makes sense for Sinister to get his own event because he is integral. Sinister is absolutely positively integral to the House of X era of X-Men. He is absolutely positively integral. There is no denying that the House of X era belongs to Mr. Sinister. A lot of what has happened in House of X, and since then, is largely thanks to Mr. Sinister. Like the whole idea of them having the resurrection protocols, and all the stuff like that, something that's integral to Krakoa as a whole. There's a reason why Sinister, he's got his finger on the pulse of all of it. But But yeah, I don't know, Carter. What do you think? What do you are you hype? Are you think that this is gonna be the one? You think this is gonna outdo Ten of Swords?
Yeah, it ain't gonna take a whole lot to outdo Ten of Swords for me.
No, me either.
Just from everything leading up to this point, I'm really kind of giddy to see what's going to happen with Sinister having his own big time event. I really want to see. I like that it's gonna. I'm hoping it's just gonna focus on all these nasty moves he's been doing. You know what, Littlefinger. That's what he kind of reminds me of at this point.
Yeah, he's the Littlefinger of the House of X era
of mutants right now, and it's really interesting. So, in this case, I don't want to see him get put down like you saw Littlefinger get put down in Game of Thrones. I want to see how he's gonna be able to weasel his way around stuff and just all the shit that he has been up to ever since Hellions, because I did not expect Hellions to make me as big of a Sinister fan as I am right now. So the fact that he's getting all this to himself, I am really excited for. Who's writing it?
I don't think we have concrete evidence on who is going to be writing it just yet. I don't think.
Okay, but the one thing is just that it was already, several people said it was a horrible idea to have that man on this council. But they said the same thing about Sebastian Shaw, and all it took was one issue of Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde just gang initiation, beating the brakes off of him to where he mellowed out. But now he's slowly trying to get back up there with his son and what have you. But just to keep it back with Sinister, I didn't expect to become such a big fan of his after reading Hellions, and everything that we have seen him in, he has kept that same energy no matter the book. So everyone has a nice little grasp on that character. So whoever ends up writing it, I think we're going to get a really, really interesting story. My only complaint, which I just wish they hadn't mentioned Age of Apocalypse. Because now you're going to have people that are going to go
be a certain way.
And expect it. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like had they not brought that up, just let it be. If you've been reading Sinister since this is it for you. This thing. So
I mean,
other than that, I'm really excited for this.
I will say this much. And apparently we're going to learn more about the creative team on October 8th at the New York Comic-Con panel. But the reason I will say this, while I kind of agree, I wish they would not have brought up the whole Age of Apocalypse thing. I get why they said it, because I'm a rational person, so I'm going to take it the way they actually intended for it, not the way that your average person is probably going to take it and run with it. Like, I'm not going to be the average person to be like, oh, man, this is going to be just like Age of Apocalypse, man. They're going to, the whole world's going to be changed. And all. No, it's not the same thing. What they're saying is that basically the scope of this story is going to be on the same level. And while, yes, it will deal with some alternate timelines the way that Age of Apocalypse dealt with a alternate timeline, this is just going to be Age of Apocalypse on steroids, is more or less the idea. Because at this point, why would just retread the same old thing? But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. I know that we're probably going to be seeing characters like Nocturne, of course, Rasputin, the Fourth, and so on and so forth. We're going to see lots of that. I'm in for a penny, in for a pound on that one. But yeah, I'm hyped for it. I think this, like, honestly. And I always go back to Ten of Swords just because, how excited I was for that and how much it let me down. It let me down so low that the underground theme from Mario Brothers started playing. The longer that book went, the longer that crossover went, the more I just kept hearing. Eventually, it got to the point I started hearing the Mario Brothers 3 version with the beatbox in the background. I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, the fuck? But no, Yeah, I'm into it. Let's go. I'm hyped. Let's go. Let's jump into some. I want to look at the chat real quick because I know we got some stuff back here that we haven't addressed yet. Let's see here. We got one here from Gokhan Shuri's baby's father. $5 says, hey, club, sorry, the Woman King about to start, just want to drop some in the plate. Armor Wars is a movie now, so that's Black Excellence. That's actually going to be our next topic, too, oddly enough, so it's actually, that was actually very good synergy there, that's why I saved it. But yeah, also, I hope you enjoyed The Woman King. I actually saw it, this past Sunday, and I really enjoyed it, despite the controversy that surrounded the film, which I did not care about because I was not unlike some things, I wasn't, like a lot of people in the world were today years old discovering that that African tribes sold their own people as slaves to Europeans and Americans. I wasn't new to that news. I've long since known it, and it's also the reason why that shit made the rounds is because it is a talking point that white people like to use to justify slavery. But I didn't know a whole lot about the Dahomey until, very recently. But I wasn't surprised when people were like, oh my God, they enslaved their own people. But the thing is, African tribes were at war with one another. They weren't playing patty cakes with them. They weren't going to... I mean, you had two choices back then. You either died or you got sold. It was what it was. It's not. I'm not justifying. I'm just saying, like, why are we acting like white people did that shit to each other for centuries? Why are we acting surprised that Africans did it to each other? But all that aside, the character Naniska is cool, I guess. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I cried. I cheered. I did all the things you're supposed to do when you go watch movies like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And we also got Jonathan Moto with the 1999 super chat from Jonathan Moto says, Wesley Snipes still wants in on that Blade movie, so options? I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't be against Wesley Snipes appearing in a Blade movie. My only problem is that man is good and up there in age now. Not to say he can't do it, because he can still do it. But I just want people to recognize that he ain't the spring chick he used to be. You gonna see some more. Look, you remember, Carter, when we were making fun of the Blade 2, the CGI, when Blade would be, when them two vampire ninjas popped up on the scene, and it switched to a CGI fight scene. You might see a little more of that, because Wesley ain't cutting the backflips and shit like he used to. Let's just put that out here. Mm-hmm.
I'll say this, and this is not me boasting. This is not me trying to like be braggadocious or anything like that. But there is a kickboxing gym right down the street from my place that I have frequented quite a few times because, funny enough, it's right by a weed shop. When I'm going to the beach because of where my place is.
It's okay, man. Tell on yourself.
Well, no. I say that because that's where I took Bishop when he and Kater were up here because he just wanted to get high in Cali. But the kickboxing gym is the one that Wesley Snipes frequents. And I can say, just from seeing him as of a couple of months ago, that chicken still got a little bit of spring in there.
it got a little teasing. Yeah, I mean, they can throw CGI in there to help him out. They can throw some CG in there to help him out. They could.
That's all I was saying. Like I said, I'm not trying to brag or be like, I saw. No, just he still got some moves. I will say that.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, like I said, I'm not saying like I just want people to be realistic. Like, I don't want people to
absolutely.
I don't want people to go out there and be like, "Oh man, look at him. He look just like he used to." No, he don't.
Plus, again, this just goes back to what we said previously. These is all just fucking rumors. So don't even get that Wesley Snipes Inception shit in your head, because you don't even know if Mahershala is even mad about anything or if there's any drama to be had. So don't even put that idea in your head and disappoint yourself when you go see the shit in theaters and it ain't who you want. So don't even have that kind of energy in your mind, bro.
We got one here too. SO Grizzly with the $5 super chat says, Sarah said, and tasty. Oh, I know I've gone off the rails again. Bail me out. I was rolling, y'all. I mean, I like Saracen. I thought he was cool. I thought Saracen was cool. He had a little bit of seasoning to the show that I think the show could desperately use from time to time. We also got the COBY with the $5 super chat says, please give shout out to Torrin, Nigel, and Easy. I'm watching with my little boys. Oh, hey, what's up? Shout out to you both, Torrin, Easy. Hope y'all are doing great. I hope y'all enjoying the show. Please and thank you. And also, man, take care of the COBY.
Your pops is nuts. He is a wild man. He's the one who ate all y'all cereal in the kitchen. He the one that ate you all's fruit snacks when y'all was asleep.
Look, you remember last time y'all went and looked in the kitchen? Y'all was trying to find... You had your mouth all set for a Capri Sun. You saw there was 3 Capri Suns in there last time you looked. You looked at it today, no Capri Suns. I'm just saying.
Easy. Remember when he was supposed to take you all to Wendy's and go get Frosties, and all of a sudden they just so happened to melt as soon as they got in the car? You should have looked at his mouth. You should have looked at his mouth.
You should look. You know what? I'm actually telling on myself here. When you come back from getting, you go make that McDonald's run, that Burger King run. Everybody fries a little short.
Ooh, boy.
It's like, oh man, my fries a little messed up. Oh man, dude, I don't know what happened. I guess they must spill down the bag or something. We sorry. We playing. I swear to God, we playing. He drink the last Capri Sun. I promise you. Oh goddamn! I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't shit. I apologize. Let's move on to the next thing. We literally just got mentioned here just a second ago. Armor Wars is no longer a TV show. It has been upgraded to a movie. And this is something. It's actually funny because I think we were literally talking about this the other day. When Secret Invasion came up, and I think you were surprised it was a TV show, but I wasn't. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, what decisions probably came up that made them determine why this was the case. But yeah, there was no news on Armor Wars for like a while, and of course, Don Cheadle said there was going to be some stuff coming up, and then we didn't really see anything. It was pretty quiet. But yeah, originally this was going to be like the typical, Disney Plus 6-episode miniseries, and that was going to be that. But now that is no longer the case. This will be a feature-length film. Now, I want to taper expectations because we just recently talked about the Werewolf by Night special that's going to be coming to Disney Plus very soon. And one of the things that came up recently with that is how long it's going to be. It's only going to be 53 minutes, which is technically feature length. Feature length used to be longer. Used to be you had to be like at least 90 minutes to be considered feature length, but it's changed over the years. And that number comes from a long time ago. So I want to taper expectations. Don't go into a thinking this shit's going to be as long as Black Panther is reported to be. Because I think, Carter, did you see that? Or did we? I don't even know if we talked about it recently.
I don't think we talked about that, though.
So for those that don't know, and this is actually funny because Blue Beetle's runtime has reportedly leaked too. It's going to be about the same. But Wakanda Forever is supposed to be 2 hours and 41 minutes. That's what it's reported as being. The Blue Beetle DCEU film is also reported to be about roughly the same length. They say it's the longest movie in the DCEU short of the Snyder Cut. Which, that's not hard to do, because that's a 4.5 hour not movie. But whatever. Yeah. Point of the matter is, don't expect Armor Wars to be almost 3 hours long. That's the only thing I want to make sure that I put out there. Is that because I think that's what a lot of people are going to run with. They're hearing this and they're thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be like 2.5 hours, an hour and a half. Don't expect that. It could be an hour and a half, but it could just as easily be just as short as Werewolf by Night, which is going to be 53 minutes long. About roughly the length of most HBO Max original series episodes. So yeah, that's the only thing I want to put out there. And
well, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Because you might put something else out there.
Okay.
When it pertains to Armor Wars, before you go more into detail about how you feel about everything, and I go into detail about how I feel about everything, do you feel that this is going to be an actual feature-length film, or is it going to be a Disney Plus feature film?
Personally, I think at the very least it'll be an hour and a half. I'll give them that. Which, to some people, is too short for a Marvel movie, which is funny, considering some people complain about how the movies are too freaking long. I don't think it'll be super short. I don't think it'll be like just a typical Disney Plus, like straight to video, whatever, or straight to Disney Plus, whatever, because, straight to video is not really a thing anymore. I think you could get an hour and a half out of this, and I think that would be fine. Now, we also got to take in mind what this is supposed to be following. It's supposed to be spinning out of Secret Invasion. So the reason why I'm thinking in that direction is because if that's the case, then a lot of what you could set up, a lot of the story that you could set up, could just as easily be in Secret Invasion. And then the Armor Wars spins out of that. How it spins out is another story altogether. But the Armor Wars as a story is... I'm trying to remember how long that storyline was. Let's see here. I'm actually pulling it up now. So it was Iron Man number 219 to 224. So yeah, that's something you could wrap up in a movie. But I mean, they're not directly adapting the original comic, Armor Wars. That's not what's happening. I guarantee you that's not the case. I think they're going to take it in the loosest of translations and adaptations. For those that don't know, Armor Wars was basically Spy Master stealing Tony Stark's secret technology ideas and blueprints and
then
shit.
Everybody started making them, right?
Yeah, pretty much everybody was getting armor, more or less. Everybody was getting it.
And that's why I asked you. But I more so meant quality-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think this is going to be a feature-length film, or quality-wise, do you think this is going to be a Disney Plus film?
I think it'll be closer to Disney Plus, but that's not a bad thing, though.
It's not. I was just...
Yeah. Cool, because here's the thing. So all the shows we've seen up to this point, they're just long movies. They literally shot a movie, but they broke it up into segments. Because you look at like Hawkeye, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I would say WandaVision less so, but I mean even that could have been a movie. Really, just it was a really long movie. I don't know. I have certain thoughts on it. But I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's an opportunity. I think it's definitely an opportunity. Because here's my thing. I think that this would be, because, okay, so we had, Spy Master is the, chief, reason that some of the stuff that is happening. But I think if you really wanted to, and I think it actually could be done easily, I don't think this is something that is out of the spectrum of possibility. But if it was me, if it was my money, I get to make the calls, it's my choice, I'm Kevin Feige in this joint. I personally would seriously consider bringing back Justin Hammer and have it be Justin Hammer be a part of that. Because we haven't seen this dude since it was the Hail to the King short that they did for Thor: The Dark World. Sam Rockwell's been MIA. He's been MIA since then. So yeah, I would be totally in for a penny, in for a pound on that. You could bring in any other various and sundry characters you want to bring in. I'm sure you'll probably see Riri Williams in it to some degree or another, since she's already going to be appearing in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, as well as her own series, that'll be titled Ironheart. Yeah, I don't see any reason why you couldn't make that happen. But what do you think? Do you think what do you feel though about as far as like the Armor Wars thing? It just because it sounds like it's not, because when they said feature length film, it's very likely going to be on Disney Plus, not actually released in theaters. Though depending on how well it does, they may do a release in theaters just to pad the stats a little bit and get the movie out there to people who, for whatever reason, don't have who would rather not have Disney Plus, but are more than happy to spend $12 to $15 just to go see it in a theater. I never will understand that, by the way, because I used to be a huge moviegoer, but not anymore. But let's see. Carter, there he is. It's like, shh! Don't let it hear you say that. Yeah, don't let it hear you say that. But no, Carter, you think, how you think this is gonna play out? How you think it's gonna play out?
I don't know, because I think that they're more so going to be appealing to the movie crowd, and the movie crowd knows fuck all about Armor Wars. So, and with this coming out of Secret Invasion, I don't know, man. I just do I think it's going to be good? Yes, I thought Armor Wars was going to be good regardless, just because Don Cheadle is a fantastic actor that can really make something out of nothing. If you have seen Black Monday, you know for a fact he can make something that's supposed to be a one-off into something special. So I really have a lot of hopes for this. I know a lot of people are calling it Iron Man 4. I think Riri Williams would have something to say about that, and I think everybody on the internet would have a lot more to say about that as opposed to Armor Wars. But I'm excited for it. I'm the one who's been wanting more news on that, more so than Blade and these other things, because we've been with Don Cheadle since Iron Man 2. And he's deserved his own thing now. And now that we're getting Captain America: New World Order, and that was the one reason I even asked you if you thought this was going to be a feature-length film or a Disney Plus film, was just because yes, Sam Wilson is getting his own Cap movie and he's going to have the budget behind it, but it's also going to have the showrunners from the Disney Plus series. And I feel like Don Cheadle deserves that same respect. I think this should be something huge. So even if it's not, it's more just, a Disney Plus movie, which is not a bad thing. Like you said, I'm excited for it either way, just to see a James Rhodes adventure. I want to see what kind of shit that Rhodey is going to get into now, man. Even if it's War Machine, if it's Iron Patriot, either way, dog, I'm getting to see what Don Cheadle is going to do with this film.
Oh yeah, no, most certainly. I guess let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. So this is something that just kind of popped up. It was this rumor hit the wire like maybe 3 days ago. 3 days ago, I believe. Rumor on the mill. And once again, I want y'all to take this. I would say take this with a grain of salt because no one has really confirmed this. And this also comes from the same person that made the claims about the Blade stuff. So, once again, take it as you want to. But supposedly, Marvel, while they have vehemently denied Harrison Ford has been cast to replace actor was William Hurt. I always get the two mixed up. John Hurt and William Hurt. I think it's William Hurt, the one that passed away. Yeah, William Hurt. Harrison Ford supposedly is going to be coming in to take over as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross and will eventually wind up playing the Red Hulk. Once again, I want to point this out. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying this is a thing that hit the wire and may or may not have some truth to it. The only reason why I say that this could potentially be true is because another rumor came out to support it. Now, this could also just be people co-signing on shit that ain't even true. So I want to make sure, like, and I think I've actually explained
I'm so
this, Carter.
happy you said that. I'm so happy you said that because that's the time we live in now.
Yeah, I just, because people clout chase. Let's be real. People clout chase. Actually, one of the most recent episodes of the TV show Evil that I just watched was literally about clout chasing. People faking exorcisms to get clout on not TikTok. But no, here's the deal. And once again, I want to make sure I say this once again. We don't know. And this is something I also say to Carter a lot of times when we talk about things in the show. I usually prefer to talk about things that I know for a fact have been either A, confirmed, or I have reason to believe that they're at least in some way, shape, form, or fashion true. I'm usually really good about sussing this sort of stuff out. So when I start saying shit like this, when you hear me say, I don't know about this one, the only reason why I'm even giving this a time of day is because, once again, this is kind of spun out of the original rumor. But apparently Kathleen Kennedy, who, if you're not familiar with who Kathleen Kennedy is, she is the president of Lucasfilm. And is usually the woman that everyone gets mad at because Star Wars isn't the way they want it to be. But anyway, apparently, she put her foot down to block Marvel Studios from announcing Harrison Ford's Thunderbolts casting at Disney's D23 Expo. Now, my response to this is this. I don't think Kathleen Kennedy got that kind of stroke. Now, I mean, yeah, she may have, if this is in any way, shape, form, or fashion, even remotely, possibly even close to being in the same country as the truth, the same continent as the truth, Kathleen Kennedy ain't got that kind of stroke to tell Kevin Feige what to do. I mean, she could suggest it. She could say, hey, I don't think y'all should do this. Now, also, truth be told, considering the recent news about Deadpool 3, which apparently, as Ryan Reynolds even said, they did actually want to make this announcement at D23, but could not do it because they just weren't ready to do it right then and there. Apparently, things weren't finalized enough where they could do it right then and there. I could believe that maybe they did want to make an announcement about Harrison Ford's casting if he were to actually be cast in the Thunderbolts as the replacement actor for William Hurt to play Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, aka Red Hulk. But once again, Kathleen Kennedy don't got any say over what Marvel Studios does. So if Marvel Studios wanted to make that announcement, they could have made that announcement if, in fact, it were true. So yeah, I feel like this, honestly, and you know what, I feel like this is, Carter, and you might think I'm reaching with this, but I just feel like this is just yet another thing that people are putting out there in the ether to give people more reason to dislike Kathleen Kennedy than they already have. But it just, I feel like there's even less truth to the Kathleen Kennedy part than there is to the Harrison Ford part. Like, I could actually buy the Harrison Ford part, but I do not buy Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm, that ain't got shit to do with Marvel Studios other than the fact that they exist under the same Disney umbrella, had enough stroke to be like, nah, y'all can't do this. Carter, you've seen Harrison Ford, right? You know who Harrison Ford is, right? You know who he is. Yeah, you know who he is. This is the man who literally don't give a fuck. So
Which is
you mean
why
to tell?
I don't believe any of this.
I mean, look at this man. Does he look like he
go.
cares? Does he look like he care about anything? That man was Decker. This man was Han Solo. He's Indiana Jones. He don't give a shit.
Here's the thing. Here's the. I'm gonna keep this very brief so we can get it recommended, so we can keep this under 3 hours.
Yes.
I don't believe any of this shit, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think Harrison Ford is good. If he didn't sign up for a Marvel movie when it was at the tippy top, he ain't go. I don't think he's gonna do it now. He didn't even want to come back for Star Wars movies. He's just doing. I honestly believe he's doing Indy 5 as a goddamn favor. He didn't want to come back for Blade Runner, so I don't really believe any of this. I think maybe he got the offer put on his desk and he moved that shit to the side and kept it going.
We know people said the same thing about Robert Redford though when he was cast. When he was rumored, people were like, "Oh, Robert Redford wouldn't do a Marvel movie. He's an actor's actor." They said the same thing about Glenn Close when she was in Guardians. I mean, granted, she was only just in that. She wasn't even in it very much for as much as they touted her being in it. But I mean, I don't think it's impossible for an actor of his caliber to be in the MCU. Like, I don't think that's impossible. How interested he is in it is another story. Like how much he will,
I don't believe it, because I don't really believe that Marvel comic books, all that. Like I don't. At this point in his life, I think he had his fill of it with Star Wars. So I don't personally think that he would. If he did,
we got to remember Indy 5 is still in development. He's still shooting Indy 5, so. I'm just saying, the man, he makes questionable choices. He makes measured choices. But if Marvel offered him enough money, he would do it. Just the same way he did for Star Wars. He didn't want to do it, but you know how they got him? They backed a dump truck full of money up and said, "Hey, we'll kill your character off, so you ain't got to be in them anymore." And
I think that Star Wars money would be a lot more than Red Hulk money, if I can be completely honest with you.
Probably.
So I think you could chill on that and whatever else money he's getting from anything else, you know. But somebody just was talking about us pocket watching, so let's not.
I mean, it's true. It's true. It is true. But once again, to be real, let's not sit here and act like Harrison Ford is above doing certain shit. Because, like I said, you say he didn't want to return for Blade Runner, but guess what he did? He returned. He did come back to play Deckard in Blade Runner 2049. So let's not sit here and act like he won't do certain shit. And the motherfucker literally showed up in the Expendables. So that motherfucker is not above reproach. Let's not sit here and act like he's just too good. This motherfucker is Snoop Dogg at this point. He is finished the end game. He is now just doing bullshit side quests to keep himself busy. That is all he is doing.
I think you just said something really good right there, is that like he does what he wants to do.
Yes.
Who's to say that this Marvel stuff is something he wants to do? You know, you brought up the Expendables. That could have just been him.
Oh, he got paid. He got paid.
Well, he got paid, but I mean more so like that could have just been him wanting to see people he hadn't seen in a minute, or just hang around people that's from his time. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say?
Maybe.
Who's to say that any like Marvel stuff would really be worth it for him if he's already done Star Wars and the like? You know what I mean? Because we haven't really seen him in a lot of stuff.
He actually has a TV show coming out, or at least one he's going to be a part of very soon. He did another TV series. He does stuff when he wants to, because he did 1923. He did 1923. That's
a Stephen King thing.
I think
that's
it's Yellow. It's the Yellowstone spinoff. It's that yellow. It's a part of the Yellowstone deal.
I know Tom Hanks was in that, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, Harrison Ford was for one episode. He was also Rooster in The Secret Life of Pets 2. So look, don't sit here and tell me this man ain't interested. If somebody back the truck up, he will do what he want to do. If he will do Secret Life of Pets, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, he's too good. He's too good. Man was literally Anchorman 2. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That man was... Also, this man literally hid in a refrigerator, get away from atomic blast in what is easily one of the worst Indiana Jones movies I've ever seen in my life, in Indiana Jones, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That man has no integrity. Let's just keep it real.
You know the funny thing?
I've
never seen any of them.
See, look at you. Out here, just Next thing you're gonna tell me, you said you ain't seen K-19 The Widowmaker. Lord. You ain't even seen The Fugitive, have you? Have you seen The Fugitive?
I saw U.S. Marshals first. I tell you something. Anytime, like, I'll tell you where I have seen The Fugitive every single time. It's the scene everyone knows. I didn't hurt my wife. I don't care. Jumps out the fucking thing. That's where I have always caught The Fugitive. But after I saw the sequel with Robert Downey Jr. and stuff, then I actually went back myself and rewatched The Fugitive.
Look, let Branch Rickey be in the MCU, goddammit. Let him be in the MCU in honor of Chadwick Boseman. He got him into the baseball. He got him into the baseball in 42. Let him pay that off in the MCU. I'm joking, by the way, in case nobody can tell. Sometimes y'all can't tell. Anyway, recommended for the week. Carter, what's your recommendation for the week, pimp?
My recommended is actually going to be a fun film that I've watched recently by a musician whose music I am not a fan of. But Kid Cudi actually came out with an animated film called Intergalactic on Netflix this week.
Yes, he did.
That was a really fun movie.
It is a good movie, isn't it? You was talking shit. You was talking shit.
No,
I think I remember.
No, the movie.
No, I'm talking about Kid. I'm talking about Kid.
Oh, okay.
No, I remember we brought up Kid before. You talked some shit.
Oh, so that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So, as someone who's not a fan of his music and his music playing throughout this movie, I've really enjoyed the movie, but I still don't like his music. And plus, I like the little Easter eggs that they put in there where we see some shots of especially at the end with Virgil Abloh, if you know who that is, really nice streetwear clothing designer who passed recently. And Kenya Barris actually helped him with this as well. And I really, really enjoyed it. It's a more realistic take on like your rom-com kind of film. So it's Kid Cudi. I just like saying Kid Cudi because it pisses people off when I don't say Cudi, and it makes me laugh.
I thought you had a stroke or something.
Ty Dolla $ign is the comic relief in this, and he is hilarious. Ty Dolla $ign of all people. Jaden Smith is in it. Vanessa Hudgens is in it. Luis Guzman's in it. It was a really nice, fun little movie. I think it's like an hour and a half, so it's not gonna be your whole day. But yeah, I think it'd be something you could watch with a partner, not kids, because they get it in on here. But but yeah, I think Intergalactic was a really good animated film.
Yeah. Nah, I knew I was gonna enjoy it just because I don't know. It just looked really cool.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to watch it because it gave me like Spider-Verse, the graphics, the
it's
animation style.
It's very same animation style, very same.
Well,
for me,
what do you recommend then?
Mine is gonna be a video game. One I just recently literally started playing last night, and it kept me up until like 6 a.m.
Yeah, I've been seeing you playing a lot of different shit recently, and I'm like, I heard that Discord is high key snitching on you.
Oh yeah, no, always. So yeah, because so to tell a funny story. So for those of you who are familiar with Robo Strange, who is one of the mods in the chat, I don't know if he's here right now. But Robo Strange, who's been taking some time off from work, he got up in the middle of the night to go take his dogs out so he could use the bathroom. And he said, yeah, man, I was like, he DM'd me at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning my time, which basically lets me know it was like either 5:30 or 6 a.m. for him because he's on Eastern. And he's like, dude, what are you doing up? He was like, I just came out here to take my dogs out. I was looking on my phone and opened up Discord, just happened to see you were online. It says you were sitting here playing Divinity Original Sin 2, and I was like, damn. He was like, man, Discord just snitched on you. And I was like, yeah. I was like, man, you just made me realize what time it was. Let me get the hell up off of here. And then he was like, yeah, it's cool. He said, you probably just go turn yourself invisible so we can't see you. You gonna be on play. And I was like, no. I said, I'm saving my game, getting the hell off because I've been on this motherfucker too long. But no, but as I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2, which I also would recommend to anyone who is interested in role-playing games that are tactical, strategic, isometric, which basically means the camera is over the top looking down at you, but from like an angle. Kind of like if you ever played anything like Final Fantasy Tactics, or anything of that nature. Very similar layout, for lack of a better way to put it. But basically, I started playing this other game called Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is it is based off the Pathfinder tabletop role-playing game, which for those who don't know, Pathfinder is a tabletop role-playing game that is a offshoot of Dungeons and Dragons. It came out it was supposed to basically emulate Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. It was basically a way for people to be able to get those Dungeons and Dragons books, which I think by the time that Pathfinder came out was out of print. Like those 3rd edition and 3.5 D&D books were kind of going out of print because at the time Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition was out. Not too long either before or after, and people wanted an alternative Dungeons and Dragons to play that wasn't 4th edition, because 4th edition is kind of like the whipping boy of Dungeons and Dragons editions, because it's universally hated, to my knowledge. I actually enjoyed it. I love 4th edition, but I also love tactical strategy RPG games, which that's basically what it was. 4th edition was D&D in video game format, but just playing in person, because it had grids and shit. It was meant to be played with miniatures, a la Warhammer. But we're getting off on a tangent here. Pathfinder Kingmaker, probably the most accurate Dungeons and Dragons game you will ever play. That's not Dungeons and Dragons. Like Larian Studios, who I love, and they also make Divinity Original Sin 2, they are making the Baldur's Gate 3 game, which I also really enjoy, but it's basically not Dungeons and Dragons directly, because they are also using the Larian system to do things. Even though it's D&D rules, it's still technically a Divinity game. if that makes any sense. It looks better, looks cooler, way more cinematic, but it is still at the end of the day, a Larian game. This is just straight up D&D, Pathfinder, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's like the top-down style. You can basically pick just about any class that is almost, I won't say every class, but most classes that have been available. You can get prestige classes. The character creation system is almost exactly like making a character in an actual D&D game or Pathfinder game. You can also, the leveling up system is the same. The dialogue, everything, a lot of the stuff is voice acted, even stuff that isn't voice acted. There's narration even within the dialogue itself sometimes. And it's really cool. A lot of flavor text, a lot of really cool things. And I was able to, I even made a character almost pretty much exactly to the letter that I'm playing in an actual D&D game elsewhere, with other people. And it was fun. It was good. It was fun. It scratched an itch to play D&D at a moment where it just wasn't feasible to play D&D at the time, which is at 4:00 in the morning when no one is awake. So there you go. That is, so yeah, if you are a fan of things like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder or Shadowrun, I also recommend the Shadowrun games. Yeah, I highly recommend Kingmaker, Pathfinder Kingmaker. I also bought, because I have another one out called I think was it called Wrath of something or other. I'm blanking at the moment on what the fuck that game is. I should probably pull up my Steam and I would be able to tell you. But Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Righteous. Jesus, I just did the thing we made fun of yesterday talking about Atlanta. Light-skinned.
I was so about to say it. Ooh, I was so about to say it.
Righteous. No. But no, Wrath of the Righteous is the current one, but which I think is about to come to consoles. But yeah, anyway, you know what? Now that we're here, I guess before we move on to the next thing, because I don't want to forget, I want y'all to think I forgot. It's time to give away a PlayStation, y'all. We're gonna do this first before we actually get into questions from the Discord, and we'll be brief on that. But here, let's pull this up. Okie dokie artichoke. We have our winner. Now, for those of you who may or may not have forgotten, we were giving away a PlayStation 5, celebrating 5 years on YouTube. One of the key things was that you had to live in the continental United States to be eligible. It means you couldn't live in Hawaii or Puerto Rico, for that matter. Which, yes, for those who don't know, yes, Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. There are a lot of people who don't know that. Yeah, but that is a thing. But no, any part of the United States that was separated by a body of water, which means if your ass ain't connected to the United States, you couldn't be eligible to win. And yet, I still saw hundreds upon thousands of people from Russia, Germany, Italy, Spain. I think I even saw some from Africa. All trying to get a PlayStation 5. Thinking I wasn't going to see it, because I don't know if y'all know this, it literally tells me where you're from when you signed up. But it is time to give away this here PlayStation 5.
Yes.
With Horizon Forbidden West, as well as a Sony Pulse 3D headset. It's going to be kind of hard to see because the way the light shines off these glossy-ass boxes. Okay, Carter.
Yeah.
I wish I would have done this ahead of time. I didn't have it ready. But let's see here. You know what? I want to make it special. I want to make it special, Carter. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna look it up. Here, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. This is Here we go. Right here. Here, I got it, Carter. I got it.
Oh, and can I just say, can I give a shout out to everybody who I see, like, because I counted. Hold on. 6 people's names
Mhm.
who tried to buck the system, and you all got yeeted out of this contest quick. I want to give a shout out to you 6 people. I'm not going to say your names right now because Ernie said not to because it might start trouble. But I said I wouldn't say names, but it was like 6 of you motherfuckers I see in the chat right now who was trying to buck the system real quick. Y'all went ahead and got snatched up out of this contest. But please, Ernie, continue.
Yes. So here, let's can we drum roll? We have our winner, Geronimo Smith. So there you go. Here, let's.
That was so anticlimactic.
So yeah, there you go. I didn't mean to make it like I tried. Yeah, this is why they don't. This is why no one calls me to go read the winner cards and shit. So there you go. I don't know if Geronimo Smith is usually in here, so I don't know if they are right now. But if you are in here, I have your information. I will get a hold of you, and I will.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Look, there you go. Yeah, I'm about to say, I had a feeling, because, and here's the thing, I want people to know, when I did this, because the way it works is, I click a button, it says draw a winner, I clicked it, that was the first name that came up. It was not the second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, it was literally the first name that came up, it was Geronimo Smith, and I am in session as usual. Yeah, see, there you go. So there you go. Like,
congratulations,
yeah, dude. Yes. Here, I want to hit it again for you. Here. He said, "I'm trying not to cry on this person." No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, please. Don't do it. Just
to give you all, just to make you all laugh even more. But when I was at Ernie's place and I went in his living room where his PS5 was, like, I didn't realize those things were as big as they were. But
yeah,
I say all that to say, like, I don't even have PS5, and now Geronimo Smith got one. So congratulations, dude. Please don't cry in public, because that woman don't know who you are. You trying to cry on her damn shoulder. She might pepper spray you. Stop crying. Wipe your face.
Please,
yes. Please. Don't wipe your nose, please. I don't want you to pull a Viola Davis where it's just coming out of everywhere. Ooh. But just congratulations, man, on the PS5. Sorry to some of you people who acting really shocked right now that Geronimo won, because you all know goddamn well you weren't. But I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm be quiet.
Well, no. The thing is, and this is something. And Carter and I actually talked about this, because I actually drew the winner before before the countdown was even done, and we were talking about it, and we were actually really excited, because it was one of those situations where anybody could have won. It could have literally been anybody. It could have literally been somebody who isn't even really a fan of what we do. They probably don't come to the Blerd Cave every week. They probably don't comment on videos.
Which is what I was afraid of.
That was precisely. That was exactly what my concern was as well. And like I said, I thought it was really fucking cool that when I saw Geronimo's name pop up as the winner, the first thing I thought of was, wow, I was like, you know what? The gods are good. Bost is good. Because I was like, man, it actually is going, like, it was a name that when I saw it, I instantaneously
Wait a minute, motherfucker. I just realized you said Bost.
Yeah! You know, Bost out here, man. Look, dude, let Bost be great. Look, wait. You don't want Bost to be great? Dude, Boss is out here, man. She watching you. She is Bost is always paying attention, my brother.
I think Geronimo is finally going to use that clip ability that you can, because you can clip streams on YouTube now.
Yep,
I think he's gonna use this because ain't nobody gonna believe it that we said his name.
Dude, yeah, hey, look.
Carter 316 says I'm hyperventilating.
God damn it. Oh, this motherfucker.
To be completely honest with you, I don't even want to do. I don't think we should do questions this week. Just to be honest with you, I think we should leave it with this because this is a great moment. I think this is really cool. This is really cool, man. Like you out here, like Mans and them out here thinking the Panther God. He's blowing snot bubbles on some post sister just trying to get her dog neutered. Like this is. I think this is a really cool moment. This is a really fun moment.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for this because I do want to say something real quick though, just because it came up as a super chat. But I don't know if you saw your homie out here. Jonathan Moda came in here with the 1999 super chat. Says sounds like I need to send Carter one.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Look, he's like, look, man. He said, don't say. He said, say I won't. He said, say I won't. He said, tell me when I'm telling lies.
I've been looking for a reason to use that CM Punk quote.
Yeah, dude. I actually meant to clip it so I could have it, so I could just have it up with just what I needed. I thank you for reminding me to do that. We also got one from Romy Forever with the 1999 super chat. Says hello, Ernie Carter.
I want to read this one.
Go ahead.
Because you're going to read it wrong. Because I think this person is Russian. Because they said, hello, Ernie und Carter. No, that says Ernaya. Hello, Ernaya und Carter. Because that's what the END means. You got to say it in Russian.
Hey, Y is close to the space bar. I'm just...
Yeah, it's hello, Ernaya und Carter.
Actually, no, it isn't.
Blerd coming to the game late, but I just want to show some love. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it, Romy. We appreciate it. But yeah, it just, oh man, yeah. I think that's really cool. He said I'm an LMT, sir.
I don't know what LMT means, but I'm gonna go out on a stretch and say that means you light-skinned it, so you used to crying. But congratulations, man! Congratulations, you light-skinned man on your PS5, bro.
Well, no, I think I don't know if because LMT can mean a lot of things, but for me, it's a massage therapist. It's a type of massage therapist. That's what I know it as. But I could be wrong.
Y'all stop. Y'all stop.
What? Get Carter. I just saw get Carter PS5.
He said, "Let the man get something." Couldn't get.
Okay, there it is.
Get a PlayStation.
I just saw it in the chat. He did say licensed massage therapist. There you go.
Oh, you're a massage. Damn, so you giving somebody handies while you want a PS5. I hope you didn't grip too hard, big dog. Oh, Lord.
Look, just don't look. Some poor woman probably her back just started getting wet. She got concerned.
Danger.
I'm sorry. I'm better now.
That lady, that sister told you less baby oil. Now your hands about as sweaty as they want to be on her back. I thought I told you less baby oil. She got to look behind her and you crying. You got some kind of ambiance of music playing. She don't know why you crying.
Look,
your hands is sweating and shit now. You done probably pressed down too hard and then hit probably the C1, C2 vertebrae or some such shit. Get off that woman, first of all. Get off that woman and go in the break room, please.
Look. She felt something wet hit her back. She started hollering like them goats in Thor: Love and Thunder. She's like, ah! I need to clip them goats. I need to clip them goats so I can have it ready.
How would a woman react to getting a massage? She just ass naked and look behind her. and just feel wet hand on her back, and the nigga is crying. She probably think you finna Jeffrey Dahmer her. Get your ass off that woman, bro. Get your ass off that woman, bro.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, you know, I'm you know, we'll still, I still want to go ahead and I still want to go ahead and do the questions because I want Geronimo, just know I will get a hold of you. Do not, if you see somebody hit you up in a comment or some shit, please, I implore you, do not answer it.
If he's in, why don't you just hit him up on Discord?
I'm about to say yeah. That will.
So ignore all this YouTube shit. If he ain't tagging you in Discord or something, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because I think I'm pretty positive I'm pretty sure he's in Discord. But yeah, just know, I will not be trying to find you any other way. If you don't get something directly from me in some capacity, whether it's email, Discord, whatever, don't and I will also say, don't anybody try and hit me up pretending that trying to pretend that you Geronimo Smith. Please don't do that. That would be awful. That would be so awful. That'd be Maverick. It would be so awful. I would probably have to cuss you out.
Geronimo not even in Discord. Now, what if we said, you know what, you can't even win the PS5? Now your ass gonna be crying for a whole different reason, bro.
Boy, no,
boy, he might actually murk that woman he was giving a massage right there.
We're gonna hear about a murder.
Sir, are you okay? I had a PS5 and I ain't got one. Sir, can I have my massage? Shut up, bitch. Man, just elbow in the back.
Well, hit him with the right, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your name is. But no, so I will join the Discord post haste. Okay. And I think I'll have to double check it too, because I know some people have told me that they have not been able to say it or do anything in the Discord, but I think I fixed that, so I think I did. I think it was new people trying to come into the Discord, I believe, but I think I fixed it. I'm almost positive I fixed it. Mailman ain't shit.
I just saw it.
Ooh, wait a minute. All right, y'all heard him. I don't look.
Yeah, I gotta chill, bro.
I don't call the shots, but I just gotta give props to this 1999 super chat from John the Motor saying, "Get the likes of 200. # give Carter a PS5." Lord,
I gotta stop. Yeah, I gotta stop.
Hey,
so the reason I even brought up seeing Ernie's PS5 was because that was my first time seeing a PS5 in person. So I did not know. I didn't know. And just let me give a shout out to Cersei real quick, because that little girl is adorable as hell. Talking
about my 7-year-old daughter.
Her daughter's so damn adorable. It's ridiculous. But that was my first time seeing a PS5. I didn't know PS5 were so they were big as fuck, bro.
Oh yeah, they big.
PS5 swole as shit. Mm-hmm. So that's the only reason I brought it up, because let me tell you right now, Geronimo Smith, you're gonna need some room for that motherfucker. You're just gonna lay that down somewhere in the edge of one of them. No, I'm trying to say this word less and less, but that nigga got some weight to him.
Oh yeah. Nah, that boy thick. It's tall and thick. Well, no, the thing that was so funny about it too is, and I trip about this because my daughter, she's 7. She was literally sitting on the couch, and I was because she's never met Carter before, so I was introducing the two of them, and she was sitting on the couch. She was telling us what she was up to, and she told me she was playing Minecraft. Or I said, "Oh, you make me some," and she just reached over, she snatched up the PS5 remote, boop, turned that junk on, and had it. let me just tell y'all something. My daughter ain't shit. Cause she don't be giving a damn. She know how to work that PS5 better. She know how to work most things.
And that's what, and this is what I told Ernie, because I've never been one who has delved really into the Minecraft realm of shit. But just to see that little girl grab that controller, cut that PS5 on, and then made Ernie a whole bedroom with a gym.
She sure
But I did laugh at the fact that you apparently, maybe your baby didn't think you were worthy enough for a bed, so she made you a bed mat. I thought was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, because she learned how to make sleeping bags, because that's her thing. She loves sleeping bags, like that's her thing right now. Because I don't want to tell too much about her business, but basically, her thing is she loves hanging out with her grandma. And she loves sleeping in the same room with her grandma. And she done got too big to be sleeping in the bed with grandma, because she take up too much space. She be kicking and swinging and headbutting and shit, and be trying to kick grandma out the bed. So Data got this rule now where she got to sleep on a little sleep mat on the floor if she want to sleep in the same room with grandma. So that's why she has this fascination now with sleeping bags. So that's why she figured out how to make a sleeping bag in Minecraft. She just dug out the floor and put the bed on the same level as the blocks would be in the floor, so that way the bed just kind of pokes up a little bit.
Yeah, the whole point was that that baby did that shit in seconds.
Yeah, she was like, boop, boop, boop.
Damn.
And the thing, like I said, she's good. She's good. She's been getting better at video games like every second. Like I feel like every time I play. Because we were playing that Ninja Turtles game together, and she actually started getting slick good at it, like Streets of Rage. We were playing that. She got slick good at that, and she'll jack somebody up in Fortnite. She ain't like some of them cracked kids that we see playing Fortnite that we be making fun of, but she didn't caught some folks slipping. I didn't see it like, cause and then she hit you with the what was it? She hit you with that chicken wing. She done got so nasty with it. I saw her kill somebody. She was like, chicken wing.
Let's get to these questions.
Yeah. Anyway, the PS5 winner was announced. Our homie Geronimo Smith. Geronimo Smith said, I'm tall and built too, 6'2", 228. Good God. Yeah, you and that PS5 made for each other. Was he? Bill said, cue the Jesus clip. Oh, you know what? Just because you just said that, now, I kind of want to see if I actually have it. Yep, I got it right here. Let's go.
Jesus!
Oh, Lord. Every like gets Geronimo Smith a piece of tissue. Hey, just saying. Wait a minute, Carter?
No, we ain't doing this.
I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. I'm just saying.
I'm like that shit.
This man, look, he tried hard. He out here trying. Lord. Anyway, let's get to these damn questions. We got one.
Nope.
We got one from Ajux or Ajukes. Or is that? Yeah. Okay. That's what that is. It says, what's up, Blerd and Carter? First, I want to say thank you all for talking about someone's Eating the Children and Nailbiter. Both books are cool and exciting. Are there any horror-based comics you would recommend? Yes. Nita Hall's Nightmare Blog and Philadelphia. Both written by the same guy.
So I think I actually talked about this one when I talked about Nailbiter, but Hack and Slash is a really fun one.
Yes.
Just take the premise, take Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but take the vampires out and put horror tropes and horror icons in. Another one, okay. I was just talking to you about the fucking audiobook yesterday, Ernie. Lock and Key.
Yeah, Lock and Key. Yep.
Lock and Key. Do not under any goddamn circumstances watch that Netflix series, because that ain't what no.
It's not the same thing.
No. We're talking about the graphic novel. Don't go nowhere near that goddamn Netflix series. No.
Yes.
No.
Let's see.
You better not bring that damn Netflix series up here. I'll punch you in the damn esophagus. No.
This man. We also got one from Shadow the Cat. Says, who is both your dream character appearances or cameos for MCU Secret Wars? Also, did you see the Haslab Robbie Reyes and are you gonna back it? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Hope you. Oh, Oh, I know. I think I know he's something. I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to pull it up. Hold on. Here, let me see here. Let me see if I can find it.
I just got through telling you how bad the camera is, and look at what I do to it. Just look at what I do to it.
Yeah, I see what you look. You better quit. That thing gonna get you.
Now, what are they talking about?
Okay, so there's a HasLab Robbie Reyes, the Engine of Vengeance. Here, I'm pulling it up right now. Here it is. Bam. That right there.
I don't like the car, but I like Robbie.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, I dig the car though, because like it's that Hell Charger, man. It looked like it actually looks pretty cool. I like it. I do now. I don't know if they're gonna do it where you can switch the wheels out to where like you can have it regular wheels. But I mean that shit's usually on fire anyway, so I guess it doesn't even really matter. But no, I dig that. I dig that. As far as dream appearances or for cameos. Honestly, for me, I would love to see and this is just, going back to something we talked about earlier. I guess it's not so much a character appearance, so much as it's a team. I just want to see the Thors. I just want to see the Thors out here just being shitty cops. Carter, you got one?
I'm trying to think of one that we haven't said before.
Mm-hmm. If they had a Black Panther show up that literally had the actual head of a panther, I would holler.
It's probably
honestly, we saw some of them in Multiverse of Madness, if I'm being brutally honest. Like Captain Carter.
Honestly, dream character appearance is going to be the same one that you already know that I'm going to say. It's going to be the Guardian of Good. Mm-hmm. I want to see the fucking Sentry, man.
You might get it.
I want to see Robert Reynolds.
What if they...
I want to see Bob.
What if what if they brought what if was it Henry Cavill? What if that's what he wind up doing?
Ooh, you know what? No. I retract that, even though I do want to see that. That's my actual answer to that question. I want one that pissed people off.
Okay.
I just finished watching a video on Twitter about him talking about different forms of media. I want to see Miracle Man.
Okay. That actually, I would be down with that. I would be interested. I think that would be cool. We got one from the Elite X1 says, not a comics-based question because YouTube brothers always thorough as fuck each week. Just want to ask if you tried that Gundam Evolution on Steam yet. Shit fuck is free. That
whack.
I saw you booted up the other day too. I was like, ooh, no, he didn't.
That motherfucker after 4 matches. Nope.
I heard it's kind of sweaty.
There's no kind of about it. I'm gonna chill on the Overwatch 2 because it comes out in 3 days.
Oh yeah, sure do. And dude, you know what? Actually, a YouTuber I respect did a video about that Dragon Ball Breakers game.
No, thank you, sir.
No. He actually made some good cases for it. He actually did point out too that even in solo queue, he said the people playing Dragon Ball Breakers are already better than the people playing solo queue in Evil Dead.
That don't make no damn sense. And Big K Gaming, you fucking prick. I have not read Blood Syndicate number 5 yet. I literally have a tab for it, looking dead at it, and installed some shit. Okay.
I thought you read it because you said you were gonna read it when you hopped off the call.
I pulled it up, and then the girl whose Netflix account I used, and she told me Intergalactic had went up.
Oh,
so
okay.
I stopped reading it and I went and watched Intergalactic. You fucking prick. You prick.
But no, you need to see how it happens. That's more important. It's the how.
Motherfucker got worked by COVID.
No. But you need to see how it happened.
Okay.
How it happened is more important than it happening. But just know that I keep telling y'all, this new Holocaust is a motherfucker. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, go ahead.
Someone do a Marvel-based competitive hero game. That would be fun, but oh god. Here's what I'll say, because this is something that you and I were talking about yesterday. Please, for the love of God, if something like that were to happen, I do not want to see that shit first person. I want to see my characters.
I would rather they do. I'm not saying I want it to be like Fortnite, but like I want to be third person perspective like Fortnite. You could even do third person over the shoulder, like God of War, Gears of War, whatever. Most action games from like the early to late 2000s, whatever.
The old Hitman games used to do that shit where you could swap between first or third, however you wanted to do it. The Suffering, that's actually a really fun.
That was actually really good
game.
Did you ever play the second one?
Yeah, I played it. Funny enough, again, it's a case of I played that one first, and then I went back and played it.
Okay, I never played the second one, but I love the first one.
The second one did a little bit too much story wise.
That's what I've heard.
It was more so because that one had star power in it, because Michael Clark Duncan was in that one. He was the bad guy in that one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wait, wasn't they? Didn't they have a big actor play the main guy?
No, Torque was silent up until the second one, but it was I think one of the people that worked on the game. Gotcha.
Ed Boy in the Cut says Jonathan Hickman has been very quiet as of late. At San Diego Comic-Con, it was announced that he was working on a project that will be, how they described it, Marvel's version of Sandman. What do you guys think this comic will be about? I will add, I think it will be more science fiction than fantasy, like Sandman is. I agree. I wouldn't be shocked if it had to do with the Celestials. Or like the other, like, there's all the other cosmic characters in the Marvel Comics universe, like the Beyonder, the Stranger, so on. I think it's going to dive into that sector of Marvel Comics. My personal take on that. I don't think it's going to have any core heroes in it that, like, we think about normally when we think about the cosmic side of things. I think they'll be there, but I don't think they're going to be as large and in charge as everything else, if that makes any sense. You got any thoughts on that, Carter? You are muted. You are very muted.
There it is. I'm hoping whatever it is, it finishes, because I'm thinking about S.H.I.E.L.D. and how that took forever. East to West started.
East to West took forever. There's another one he hasn't finished. There's something else out there that he never finished, I don't think.
Yeah. So whenever I see these like special projects and Sandman and what have you, honestly, I start thinking about Brian K. Vaughan and Saga and how it's these start-stop things, and that's something I really don't want. So I'm hoping whatever it is that he's working on can stay consistent. That's all I'm hoping for this book right now.
Yeah. Urban Prince of Strong Style says, Evening Blerd and Carter, my question is, how will the MCU be depicted? How will the MCU depict the Savage Land? Oh, okay, I think I get it now. He says, there was a period that was supposed to be after that first part. Says, how will they depict the Savage Land? Ever since the X-Men animated series, I really loved the Savage Land. So one of my favorite sagas on the show. I'm really hoping they depict it as a Skull Island type of area. Yes, honestly, I think we've already seen it. I think we've already seen it, or a version of it, in Multiverse of Madness. But I think they'll be accurate. I think they will treat it kind of as a Skull Island type of area. Maybe with less giant monsters. Like King Kong like type stuff, but they'll probably, because I feel like that you would just do Monster Island at that point, which, that is also a thing in Marvel Comics. But I do think that it can be done, and I think it would be depicted pretty close. Maybe to more like the Skull Island classic, as opposed to the more recent Skull Island. Or maybe a little bit of both.
I say you take it and kill two birds with one stone. You do it like it was in the X-Men cartoon with the dinosaurs and shit everywhere, but then that's also a way for you to introduce Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Boom.
There you go. We got and last one from the Discord from Rough Rider. It says, before the series comes out, who do y'all think has been a Skrull? My picks are Jimmy Woo, Darcy, and Pepper. I'll go with Jimmy Woo. I think Rhodey. Might be a Skrull. I wouldn't be surprised if that is something that happens somewhere during the course of that. Carter, you got one?
I'll say Jimmy Woo, sure. I don't want to say Darcy because that makes me a very strange individual sex-wise, that the thoughts I've had about Kat Dennings and realizing she was some kind of green alien monster with sausage link forehead. Just let me go back to answering people's questions in the chat. I'm gonna go look in the chat while you do this right now.
Go right ahead, because it is that time to do so. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll back just a little bit. Because I saw one earlier, and I'm okay. Here it is. Jerome says, if you were the two HNICs of the DCEU, how would you build out his universe? I got a real easy answer for that one. Stop focusing on Batman. That's how I would do it. I would actually acknowledge that there are other characters in the DC Comics universe other than Batman and Superman. Yes, they can have movies, but I'm not going to be doing like, remember how the DCAU did where like every other animated movie was a Batman movie? It was like they would do like a Wonder Woman one, they would do a Green Lantern one, they would maybe do like a Justice League Dark one, but somehow for whatever reason would have Batman in it just because. But then like every other animated movie was Batman. That's how I feel the Warner Brothers is, period, with everything, live action, animated, otherwise. I would focus on other stuff. I would actually have other heroes be at the center and focused on more characters you're not as familiar with. I would actually, maybe have movies, TV shows about characters like Martian Manhunter, Hawkman, Hawkgirl. We technically already have a TV show about the Flash, but I would do one that's actually in universe and not with Ezra Miller's wild ass.
So just to keep with the HNIC energy, with what you just said about Batman, I would use that as a way to bring up the milestone shit.
Yeah, I mean, you could technically do that.
Icon, hardware, and stuff, and even static to the forefront in these films as a way to get people to forget about the Batmans and the Supermans and things like that, because now they're having to deal with Icon and Rocket and static and hardware. And then once that got to a fever pitch and they're enjoying those stories, then I will punch you in the face with some Batman and Superman stuff.
Yeah.
I think you have to put something else in front of somebody. Your friend is in front of your face. Put the pretty girl in front of you, in between you all now. So now you have something else to focus on. That's how. There you go.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. I'm going back. I'm just kind of going back, looking through. It says,
I see one from James Ryan real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you plan on? Well, he's asking if we watch anime, and are you planning on watching that new Bleach when it drops? Because I think it's coming on Disney Plus.
It'll be on Disney Plus. Man, maybe. I don't know. I might.
I'm trying to get back into the anime swing of things. After we're done with this, I'm actually going to. I think I'm gonna have Darkest Dungeon on my PC and then on my monitor, because I have to have something else playing while I'm doing shit. That ADHD shit is real. I'm gonna have Cyberpunk up because I want to see what all the fuss is about with Edge Runners. So,
yeah, actually, that's another one. That's on my radar of things to watch too, is Edge Runner. Which is funny because like I love how like it's made people actually like want to go play the Cyberpunk 2077 game. And it's like I've already played it and beat it now, and this came out, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's neat. That's neat. I love how like one character is the reason why people are rushing back to the game because everybody wants to fuck up Atom Smasher, a character you see twice, technically 3 times in the entire game. Let's see. We got one from Bill says, have you heard about the recent Deborah Ann Wall interview on Collider revealing that she's down to return? I have not seen it, but I believe it. I believe that and I think she probably will. She will probably come back. I don't know how to work, but I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out. They're gonna make it work. They always do. Here, let's see here. Let's see here. Here we go. One from Shaman05 Line says, Ernie and Carter, considering the green door and the fact that Hulk has opened dimensions before, do you think about a storyline where he revives where he revives Kyra in a love triangle with Betty, Red Hulk? Maybe. Here's the thing, though. So, right now, all of my heroes are doing wild shit. Hulk is going through some wild shit right now. Thor is going through some wild shit right now. Venom is going through some wild shit right now. And as it stands, the Green Door kind of seems to be effectively done. But but considering how long it was open and was a revolving door for a lot of people, I could see that some characters might have come back that we just didn't realize were back. Because, writers do that shit with comics all the time. They'll do callbacks to things that happened in runs prior, and, like, right now, Donny Cates and Al Ewing just brought back the deepest of deep-cut characters in Darkoth. In Thor number 27. Darkoth hadn't been in comics since Excalibur 39 in 1991. That brother has been gone. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it was Al Ewing. I don't know if it was Al Ewing's idea or Donny Cates' idea, because the recent issue of Thor was written by both of them. I'm going to go on a limb and say it was probably Al Ewing, because Al Ewing is always quick to bring up black characters that no one thinks about. Like, he is always quick to put respect on black characters that people forgot about. Anything can happen at this point is, I guess, the answer to that question. What do you guys think the villain in Armor Wars will be? I hope it's Justin Hammer, but it probably won't be. Or maybe get Madame Mask. You can put Madame Mask in there, maybe. I don't know.
Would she fit as a Rhodey villain though? She'd fit more of a Tony though.
Yeah, she's more of a Tony villain, but I think Rhodey can make it work. I think you could, honestly, I think a lot of the storylines that you could apply to Tony Stark, you could apply to Rhodey. You would have to switch up the angle. But I mean, honestly, we know that Rhodey's he still works with the military and still doing like undercover, secret shit that no one else in the world knows about. So yeah, I think it could happen. I think you could also, I would also not mind if they ever readdressed Hawkeye. I wouldn't mind if they put them in the same room with each other, considering how they did with the Matt Fraction Hawkeye, her and Hawkeye in that.
And I gotta give a shout out to you, just because I remember when Rob was here and he was talking about how much he liked Christopher Cantwell's Iron Man stuff that you had read fuck all of, and now you're a fan of that run right now. So yeah, give a shout out to you, man.
I had not. Well, no, because the thing is, by and large, I'm not an Iron Man fan. I generally don't like Iron Man.
Which is why I did not think you would go anywhere near that book, even after what he's...
Yeah, no, I read it. I read it. If someone's... Here's the thing. When people suggest stuff to me, I will check it out if I can. And if I like it, but here's the thing. It's kind of like what I tell everybody else. If I don't like it, I won't give it much time. Like if I'm not saying like if I don't like it just sight unseen. I'm talking about if Carter suggests New Burn to me, which oddly enough, I was going to. So the funny thing about that one is, I guess that's a bad example because I was going to read New Burn anyway. But when Carter suggested it to me, it made me more interested in wanting to read it. Now, if it's something that, like, I know I'm probably not going to like, and I still read it anyway, if I like it, I'll continue.
One Piece?
Oh, no, you won't get me to read. Here's the thing, I've actually tried. I just don't like the characters. I don't. Also, I don't like big titty anime characters. Characters that got big titties for no reason and just don't make no damn sense. And that anime is full of characters like that. Like, I feel like almost every female character in that anime or manga has titties that are large for no reason other than to and pun intended, titillate little boys or people with the minds of little boys. Any predictions on how Judgment Day will end? I think it's going to end with the progenitor probably seeing that not everyone can be judged. I think it's going to end with the progenitor realizing that they probably shouldn't judge an entire species of people or planet of people just based on the type of metrics that he's been doing. And as far as like what happens afterward, I do believe the Eternals, I think all the Eternals are going to die except for the core ones. And they will probably end up finding a way to put the Eternals more in the X-Men's corner of things. I think we'll probably end up seeing by the end of it, Deviants will have a larger role in the Marvel Comics universe going forward, or we'll at least see them more. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if all the Eternals just get wiped out. But some of them end up coming back, like they get resurrected, but not through the machine, the way they normally have been. Like, they'll probably get resurrected the same way Cap was, or they'll find some other way. I will say, I actually have been going back and reading some of the books that are, I guess, technically tie-ins, but not. And there's some wild stuff going on there. But I have a whole new perspective on how the progenitors' disguises work after having recently read Amazing Spider-Man number 10. Because that actually kind of messed with my head a little bit. I thought that was actually really cool, the way they did that. For those that don't know, Spider-Man was judged by Gwen Stacy. And it was actually really cool how they did it, because like the way the solicits tried to spin it, or the way like the blurbs I've been reading about it before I actually read the issue, I was really, really irritated going into reading it. I was like, yep, they're going to do this dumbass shit. And then I realized, because this is a Judgment Day tie-in, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is why. Okay, and it all made sense. I was like, okay, cool, let's move on.
There are still people, even after being told why she was there, are still complaining.
Yeah. Oh no, I've seen it. It makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh. Trent says, wait, didn't Darkhawk make an appearance back in the Shi'ar Kree War? Maybe. Darkhawk is usually in a lot of the cosmic shit that goes on. Let's see. Bill says, did you know that both Yukio and NTW? Oh, Negasonic. It took me a second. As I said it out loud, I realized what it was, or who it was. Negasonic Teenage Warhead had their powers changed. The former in the movies due to Deadpool 2, and the latter in the comics due to Deadpool 1, or rather a writer's decision in portrayal of Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Yeah, I noticed that recently, that her powers are different than what they originally were. And honestly, movies do inform on that shit, because they're like, oh, well, this is a more popular version of the thing, apparently, or this is the one people know better, and they just go with it, just cause. Makes sense. Question, that will probably elicit a response, but how do I join said Discord of Blerdom? Okay, so.
I actually tagged him, and I got a link.
So cool. Never mind. I see. You did. You should be good now. Yeah, click that link. Click that link. You should be able to join. Yep, I see you right here. Yep, that is a you. And I will message you, and we will set up a conversation between us.
You didn't actually win. I'm gonna need you to pay me some ducats for this PS5.
Nah, I'm not gonna do brother. I'm not gonna do the brother man like that. Let's see here. We got one from Jay. Says, if the MCU were to recast Cap, Steve Rogers, who would you want in the role? And also same for Luke Cage. If they ever recast Steve Rogers, ooh, I don't know if I can see.
That is a very good question. That is a very good question. Because I didn't expect to enjoy the Human Torch as Captain America. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't either. I honestly didn't either. And honestly, the only names that come to mind are names that I know were originally supposed to be Captain America. But now that he's done it in now that he's done it in The Boys, I kind of wouldn't be mad if Jensen Ackles...
stole a fucking answer. You stole my answer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But no, if you gave me, like... I don't know if he would be able to do it. I mean, I'm sure he would be able to do it, but, like, I don't know if it would just be too weird.
I just want Jensen Ackles to get the Marvel bag. I think he deserves it.
Yeah. You know who else I could see doing it? And this one might throw some people off. You know who Matt Bomer is, right?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Negative on Doom Patrol. I could maybe see him as Captain America, as the Steve Rogers version, mind you. Other than that, everyone else that I could potentially think of, I know originally John Krasinski was in the running to play Captain America. He actually was in the running against Chris Evans. We almost got John Krasinski as Captain America instead of Chris Evans. So that would be cool too, but considering that he just recently played Reed Richards, that would also be kind of weird, but hey, multiverse. But yeah, those are the only ones that really...
Human Torch was Cap, so...
Yep, so there you go.
Happened.
Hey, look, dude, how nasty would it be if the Fantastic Four movie, or not even Fantastic Four movie, we get the Secret Wars, and we get a version of the Fantastic Four that is John Krasinski, and but with Chris Evans back as Johnny. And you see Michael Chiklis in that orange-ass suit, like, as the Wall. And Jessica Alba that came out retirement.
He just did something that would have been crunk. If you said Jensen Ackles would have been a better U.S. agent than the other guy we got. Jensen Ackles as U.S. agent could have been crunk.
Oh, yeah, no, I do agree.
I do word agree. Is crunk.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Does anybody even say that anymore? We got what Bill says, since X-Men Unlimited, X-Men Green number 2 got released, what do you think of how chapter 1 in both issues is handled with new data pages on where it took place? Also, thoughts on Coolio's passing. I'll address the
Unlimited's name is way too fucking long, but please continue.
Yeah, that is, you're not wrong. I wish that they would have done, I also just wish they would have done X-Men Green as just a straight up series first and not did that digital first shit. I get what they were going for, but yeah, it just made it weird. As far as number 2, I actually have not read it yet. I mean, I've read X-Men Unlimited, so I mean, I know what happens, but I haven't seen the new data pages, so I'll have to readdress that one at a later point. I do plan to do a video for it at some point. I have 3 other videos also got to finish. All from stuff that's actually from this week. That isn't X-Men related, oddly enough. But no, as far as the whole thing with Coolio, I thought that was kind of fucked up because we were literally just talking about Coolio, I think, recently. And yeah, oh yeah, brother, he's still out here because we were joking about Coolio. Ooh, bring back Coolio for Daredevil, Born Again, or and talking about how they did when I was referencing the lawyer stuff they did in the Daredevil the director's cut, and Coolio being part of that, and just like, yeah, dude, it's wild, man. But man, it's the end of an era. Also, a lot of y'all may or may not know we lost Antonio Inoki, the founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling and a Japanese wrestling legend, not just Japanese wrestling legend, but a wrestling legend. Period. Died, I think, 79 years old, I think, something like that. And I think we lost somebody else too, or we will lose somebody else because it usually comes in threes. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully nobody else goes. Everybody keep I want people watching James Earl Jones right now. Because, he just signed them rights over to voice Vader. I don't want nothing to happen to him. Let's see here. Uh, this isn't a question, but a statement that I did want to read. Mailman says Matt Bomer was up for Superman a while back, but they kicked him out of consideration because he was gay, which I thought was just crazy to me because he's such a good actor. And he's a really good Mr. Negative. Really good Mr. Negative. FYI. And then Drake45 says, Blerd, what do you think of the art in Tim Drake Robin? I'm sorry, and I know I cannot draw, but the art is awful, and I love Tim Drake, but I cannot read it. Just read the reviews of it. Okay.
I got this shit pulled up now because I saw the question before you read it.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Oh, yeah. Look, okay. Here's the thing. And y'all know me. I'm usually the last person to harp on art because I think art is a lot of times subjective, but at the same time, yeah.
Father God, what is this?
Okay, so basically
it's
here,
cock tease is what it is. Because if you look at the cover, I was gonna be like, "What is Drake talking about?"
Yeah,
and then.
Yeah, because I'll. Oop, I did not mean to do that. I want to see if I can actually pull this up. Here, let me see if I can go to. Yeah, here it is. This is the cover right here. The cover will have you think one thing. The cover will actually have you thinking one thing. It's sadly not quite the same thing once you get to the inside of it. Which I'm trying to see if I can actually find. Trying to see if I can actually find a thing for it. But yeah, the art in it leaves a lot to be desired, is all I will say. There you go. That's the nicest way that I can put that. And I wonder if I have it in that Dropbox. Nah, I don't want to do it because I don't want to upset anybody. Let me not do that. Let me retract that statement. Oh, wait. I think this is it right here. I think I found it. Let me... Is this it? Yep, this is it. Here you go. It's not the most high quality image, but this is it right here. Oh, did you just send me something?
Yeah, just look. You should be able to pull that up.
But yeah, this is it right here. It's kind of
because it's an actual shot of Robin I just sent you, so you can go to the cover and then look at that.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Hold on, let me.
What is this?
Yeah, let me hear. I got it pulled up right here, bruh. Why? Sir. Why? Do I need to call Mr. Horse? Do you need to call Mr. Horse Carter? Cause
No, sir, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
That shit looks so nasty. I want to take my headphones off because it look bad.
Yeah, it looks pretty rough.
That don't even make sense what I just said, but I want to take my headphones off because it looks so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty goddamn bad. Yeah, that is...
It reminds me of Uncanny X-Force because there was an arc from early on in Rick Remender's run, not Volume 2. I'm talking about when it was Volume 1 with Deadpool, Psylocke, Wolverine, what have you.
I know which one you're talking about.
There was an arc when they went to Otherworld with Cap Britain and shit.
Yep.
And those covers made you think it was going to look a certain type of way, and then you got to them interiors. Lord have mercy.
Oh my God. Well, it's kind of like, and I'm not gonna dunk on this comic because I actually like it. It's a comic you and I both have talked about, the Charles Soule She-Hulk. Because they did like the watercolor covers, but you get to like the inside of the book, and the art was way different.
No one talks about that.
Yeah. Well, no, because
so good, but the art.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, no, because I remember I shared something from it, and that was like no one wanted to talk about the thing, like the content of the story I was talking about. Everybody just focused on the art. And the thing is, if you ignore the art, like there are some instances where if you ignore the art, sometimes you really will get a good story. Because a lot of times I don't even really pay attention to the pictures. A lot of times I'm usually just reading. I'm reading that shit like as a book half the time. Like I skim the pictures, but unless I'm like looking for something, I don't really pay a lot of the art as much attention. It just kind of helps inform on what I'm already reading.
If you yourself look at that picture I sent you, why Dark Man say Robin looked like Lupin the Third?
Right? He do. Why though? Why? Why he gotta look like Lupin the Third though? Hold on. Here, but tell me why. Why? Here, let me. Why? Why? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm sorry. But yeah, now that I've seen that, I'll never unsee it. And now I can't read this comic and take it seriously anymore. I'm
done with y'all. I'm done with y'all on that one.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done with y'all.
I'm gonna answer this last one and then we out. Because we already over, we about 3.5 hours now. It says, if CB Cebulski had a big plan for the X-Men in 2024, Hickman completing his MBT project next year, and Jerry making the last Krakoan Hellfire Gala in 2023, are arrows pointing to John's X-Phase 2? I don't know. I don't think he's coming back for anything X-Men related. I really don't. I don't think he is. I really don't. I mean, if he is, cool. But I don't see it. I don't really see it. But if he is, great. But yeah, I don't see it. That said, I think Carter, it is time. Turn the lights out. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, sisters, brothers, others, kings, queens, cosmic beings, and all those in between. It's time to get up out of here. Carter, you have anything to say before we head out?
This will be on Spotify momentarily, so just in case you all did not know, or you see this on YouTube and don't want to suck your battery juice because it's YouTube, this will be on Spotify. Just go to Spotify, look up the Blerd Cave. You will see us, and you will see this episode. Again, congratulations to Geronimo Smith on that PlayStation.
Yes, sir.
Sis. On that PlayStation Sis. Yeah.
You had to think about it. You had to think about it for a second. You a trip. But no, yeah, I got nothing other than to say, yeah, congratulations to Geronimo Smith. I'll be hitting you up here very shortly to get your information. And yeah. That's it. For Blerd Koa, for Earth's mightiest subscribers, for Carter Presents, I'm the Blerd Without Fear, and you know what? All you weird-ass, clout-chasing-ass, rumor-leaking-ass, lying-ass, we got this covered level energy-ass motherfuckers, you can go to hell.
Bye!